Get Metro. Get.
We have, for your signature, 5 official designations of special envoys. The first is Mr. Steve Witkoff, who's actually in the room, to be your Middle East envoy.
There we go. We live. Trump is live. We live. He is signing a bunch of executive orders.
Where is Steve? Steve Witkoff, everybody. He's done a great job in the Middle East. Really great. But we'll see how it all turns out. It's complex, but I think he's going to do very well.
Next, we have Mauricio Claver Carone to be your special envoy to Latin America, sir.
Okay, good man. Okay.
I love the way he signs these. What's
Next,
this
we
one?
have retired General Keith Kellogg to be your special envoy on Russian-Ukraine issues.
Okay, so he's like signing people in the positions.
We've made a lot of progress on Russia, Ukraine. We'll see what happens, but a lot of progress has been made. We're going to stop that ridiculous war.
I hope so. What's up? I don't like Adrian. What's up, Hulk? What's up, Renalyn? Renalyn! First as always.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have designation of Rick Grinnell, to be your envoy for special missions.
I sent him to California to turn on the water. We turned it on. It was not easy because we had to go through a lot of environmentalists that are causing a lot of problems. And we have billions of gallons of water. It was on 3 days ago. You probably
Billions.
saw it. Should have gotten a lot of press, but it didn't get much.
Billions.
All we're doing is giving Los Angeles and the entire state of California virtually unlimited water, which they could have done 5 years ago, which I told them they should do, but the environmentalists stopped them. And we opened it, and we did it regardless of the state. And now the state seems to be very happy. I spoke with Gavin Newsom, and he's very happy. I almost called him by the other name, didn't I? My little nickname for him. But I think we're all happy to have a lot of water in California. Too bad we didn't have it about 2 months ago, right? That was, by the way, that was a big move. We have, I don't know if you saw the pictures that were released of the water pouring down from the Pacific Northwest and Canada and lots of other places. And it's a pretty amazing sight.
The water is pouring in. What's up, Edwin? I see you in the chat. How we doing?
He had a very big Friday trip. You're right. We'll talk about that. He's a good man, Rick.
Lastly, sir, we have a designation of Mark Burnett as your special envoy to the United Kingdom.
You know who Mark Burnett is? I figure he should be good. He's certainly done a great job.
Drama, yeah.
Very talented guy.
Trump drama.
Talented people working.
Trump drama brings in the views, bro. What's up, Gonzo?
I'll hold that one up because Mark gets so much television.
Russian
up, right?
Reforged servers getting hacked.
He's going to do a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Jimmy, look into Arma Reforged servers
records,
getting hacked by a Russian.
Appointing large
If
numbers
there's any news on that, somebody said it in the chat.
Capable people at all levels of the federal government.
Thank you, sir.
These are 28 sub-cabinet level officials being appointed to a number of different departments and agencies. Some of them are quite important positions like departmental general counsels. But these are people who have been pre-vetted and have received your approval previously.
Very good.
Interesting. What's going on?
Okay.
Do you like Trump, if I'm allowed to ask? Yeah, you can ask.
Next,
I like
this is
Trump,
an
yeah.
executive order. This charges your Secretary of
What's
the
up,
Treasury,
Celestial?
Scott Bessent, and your Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, to begin a process that will hopefully result in the creation of an American Sovereign Wealth Fund.
American Sovereign Wealth
a very
Fund.
exciting
Interesting. What is that?
Event. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, which we've never had. We have a lot of things that create wealth, and you're seeing that over the last 2 weeks. I think we've created more wealth. Other people have created de-wealth. The people, my predecessors, we're creating a lot of wealth. Scott, maybe you'd like to say something about it, and I'd ask also Howard to say something about it.
Yes, sir. This is very exciting. We're going to stand this thing up within the next 12 months, we're going to monetize the asset side of the U.S. balance sheet for the American people. We're going to put the assets to work, and I think it's going to be very exciting. We're going to study best practices that's done around the world. It'll be a combination of liquid assets, assets that we have in this country as we work to bring them out for the American people.
The extraordinary size and scale of the U.S. government and the business it does with companies should create value for American citizens.
Interesting.
If we are going to buy 2 billion COVID vaccines, maybe we should have some warrants and some equity in these companies and have that grow for the help of the American people. So I bring on all these things together.
2 billion vaccines.
Scott and I will create an amazing sovereign wealth fund for you, sir.
What does that cost? What's that, Pinch?
So
I see in
other
the chat.
countries have sovereign wealth funds, and they're much smaller countries, and they're not the United States. We have tremendous potential in this country, tremendous. You're seeing that's what's happened just in a short period of time. And as an example, TikTok, we're going to be doing something perhaps with TikTok, and perhaps not.
Perhaps.
If we make the right deal, we'll do it. Otherwise, we won't. But I have the right to do that, and we might put that in the sovereign wealth fund, whatever we make, or if we do a partnership with very wealthy people, a lot of options, but we could put that as an example in the fund, and we have a lot of other things that we could put in the fund, and I think in a short period of time we'd have one of the biggest funds, and you know some of them are pretty large, I must tell you. Some of
Do I like Mexico? Fuck yeah, dude.
Saudi Arabia
Mexico's
fund
awesome.
is on the large side, but eventually we'll catch it. But we're going to create a lot of wealth for the fund. And I think it's about time that this country had a sovereign wealth fund. And
this is
these
crazy.
two gentlemen and some others are going to work with them very closely, and they'll be heading it up, and they're going to do a great job. Two highly respected people that have done unbelievably well in the world, in the real world. So that's
in the real world.
Huh?
Yes, sir. I think it's going to create value and be of great strategic importance.
Mr. President, why is it important for Elon Musk to have access to the payment systems at Treasury?
Well, he's got access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if we agree with him, and it's only if we agree with him. He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs, and we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found.
Fire them all!
Think of it, $100 million on condoms.
That's a waste. Get rid of
Hamas.
it. Get rid of it. I thought it was 50 million.
Hamas, and many other things that are frankly
They
even
doubled
more
it.
ridiculous.
This is
And
live
they're
right now,
finding
yeah.
Tremendous waste.
Fishing tree, what's up?
Really waste more than anything else, I think you could say. Probably fraud and abuse can be added to it, the more standard waste, fraud, and abuse. But they're finding tremendous amounts of really bad things, bad spending. You've been writing about some of it, frankly, and some of the things that they've been doing is just terrible. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval, and we'll give him the approval where appropriate. Where not appropriate, we won't. But
this is live,
he
yeah.
reports in, and he it's something that he feels very strongly about, and I'm impressed because he's running obviously a big company. It has nothing to do if there's a conflict that we won't let him get near it. But he does have a good natural instinct. He's got a team of very talented people. We're trying to shrink government, and he can probably shrink it as well as anybody else.
Elon Musk is going to be great at that.
Where we think there's a conflict or there's a problem, we won't let him go near it. But he has some very good ideas, and we have a lot of very other talented people.
Good team up, dude.
We're
Good
bringing
team
in
up.
the most talented people in the world. By the way, we're just unrelated, but we have two of the most talented people in the world, the legendary Rupert Murdoch and Larry Ellison. So they are two legends
they are.
in business, publishing, and probably every other. Rupert is Larry pretty much in a class by himself, right? I mean, although you may have a couple of bucks more, I don't know, but Rupert is in a class by himself. He's an amazing guy, and
Such a shame it's his last turn.
Larry's one of the most serious.
Who knows, dude?
Anywhere
Like
in the world. So
anything's possible right now, bro. Maybe he does a
this
third.
has nothing to do with you
Dude,
people,
that
but
would
they
be
hear it, I thought it
insane.
would be appropriate. I'm sure you didn't.
I don't think I would be able to support that though, as much as I like the
What are
dude.
they doing here?
Thank you, sir.
It's not right. We got to stick to the 2 terms.
That Canada or China could also get out of the tariffs after you struck a deal with Mexico?
Well, nobody's out with Mexico. We had a great talk with Mexico, and we had President Sheinbaum.
The avocados are
Is a woman.
saved.
I like her very much. We've had good
be right back.
relationships, but we have to stop
Thanks,
fentanyl
stand
from
mode.
coming in, whether I like somebody or not, and we have to stop the illegal aliens from coming in. I think we've lost 200,000 people on average a year for many years, much higher than the 100,000. Could be even closer to 300,000. And they've agreed to put in 10,000 soldiers permanently, like forever, 10,000 soldiers at their side of the border and stop fentanyl and illegal aliens from coming into our country. They have a big incentive to do. Other than that, we've agreed to talk and consider various other things. We haven't agreed on tariffs yet, and maybe we will, maybe we won't. But we have a very good relationship. I also spoke with Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada, and we had a good talk in the morning.
Trudeau.
But I did ask him a couple of questions, like, you know, banks aren't allowed to do business in Canada. Canada.
That's crazy if true.
Canada is very, you know, we're not treated well by Canada, and we have to be treated well. Banks are not, as an example, allowed. Did you know that banks, American banks, are not allowed to do business in Canada?
Can
you
someone
believe
fact check that? Is that
and
true?
That's one of many things, and we talked about it, and I think we'll win most of the subjects. But for some reason, a lot of things have been very unfair with Canada. I noticed that in the first term. You deal with people, and after a while, you begin to realize, like you learned that Larry Ellison's very tough to do business with, okay?
By the way,
Very
pinned
tough
at the
guy.
top of the
I'm sure
chat
you're
is
shocked
my
to hear
Twitch
that.
stream if you guys want to watch full screen.
But Canada is very tough. They're very, very tough to do business with. And we can't let them take advantage of the U.S. They don't take our agricultural product for the most part. They don't take our cars. They make cars, but they basically don't take our cars. And, you know, we don't need, and look, I think we're going to have another good conversation today. We're actually speaking at 3 o'clock again. But we don't need them to make our cars. We don't need them to give us lumber. We don't need them for agricultural products because we have all the agriculture we need. They don't take our agricultural product for the most part, our milk, dairy, etc. A little bit they do, but not much. We take theirs. And as far as cars are concerned, they took in.
I'm wondering
a
if
big
Canada's going to
percentage,
cave,
almost
dude.
19% of the market.
I'm so curious about Canada.
And, you know, I wouldn't mind making our cars in the United States, so we have a problem there. I'd like to make our cars in the U.S. We don't need Canada to make our cars. With that being said, we're going to have another call at.
Bro, this
3
is
o'clock. We had
some
a call
fucking
this morning,
mafia
which is
shit.
pretty
This
good
is
call, I'd
crazy.
say. So the call with Mexico went very well in the sense
Hell yeah.
that they're very strong now on the border. They're going to put soldiers there.
That's
Actually,
crazy.
they're
Was
the
it
best
24
military
hours?
soldiers, and they're going to be at the border. 10,000. That's a lot of soldiers, and they want to protect it also. You know, they don't want people running through Mexico, coming through Mexico to come into our country. So they're going to do that, and then we're going to talk about other things over the next 30 days. We're going to have Scott, Howard, and Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, lead the delegation, and we're going to have a big negotiation with Mexico. I'll be involved too, and President Sheinbaum will be involved to see whether or not we can work something out on the tariffs.
What about China?
China will
Interesting
be
to watch
speaking
from
China
Europe. USA
probably
politics are
over the
better than
next
any TV
24
show.
hours.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it is. It's
We
true.
don't want fentanyl coming into our country.
Fent-
Now, we had another
Fent-
big thing,
Fent-
speaking of China.
Get it out.
China's involved with the Panama Canal. They won't be for long. And that's the way it has to be.
Yeah,
Marco
Mexico
just got
caved
back,
quick as
you
fuck,
know.
dude.
He's in the process of coming back. I guess he's almost back by now.
That's crazy.
And he had a very long conversation with the leader of Panama, the respected man, and some others, the entire leadership group. And we're trying to work a deal on the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal
The Panama Canal thing
was
is crazy
given
too.
foolishly
So much is
years
happening.
ago to, it shouldn't have been happened, years ago to
By Jimmy
Panama,
Carter.
by Jimmy Carter and the group. We lost 38,000 people building the Panama Canal, like one of the great wonders of the world. It's the biggest job we've ever built, the biggest project we've ever built in this country, dollar-wise and every other way. 38,000 people died, Americans, all men, just about, laborers and construction people. They went to Panama. The mosquito got them. Between mosquito and snakes, we lost 38,000 people. It was the most expensive project ever built by the United States. The biggest, most expensive project we ever built 110 years ago. If you bring it up to now, it would have been the equivalent of $2 trillion. The most expensive we ever built, and we gave it away for $1, okay? We gave it away essentially for nothing. And we either want it back, or we're going to get something very strong, or we're going to take it back. And China will be dealt with.
48 hours before Canada caves too.
We didn't give that to China. We gave it to Panama.
That's so
We
possible
shouldn't
at
have
this
given it
point.
to Panama, but Panama, as you know,
I
has
can't even-
violated the agreement. Totally violated the agreement. So that's in the process right now. But they did have a very good meeting with the head of Panama.
In addition to tariffs on China, could you say your current thinking about whether China should be forced to pay reparations both for fentanyl deaths and the million COVID?
No, I haven't talked about that, but they do have tariffs. Honestly, nobody, the amount of money that was lost and most importantly, the lives lost because of COVID is not something that anybody could ever even imagine. It's probably $60 trillion, and all the countries in the world don't have $60 trillion. The amount of death and the amount of destruction and the amount of money lost is probably $60 trillion. I had it figured by people about 3 months ago. I just had figured out. Nobody knows what the real number is, but it's almost an infinite number. The damage done, no, but I have not discussed that. What I have discussed is we'll have some good meetings with China. We have meetings planned, and we'll see what happens. But that was just an opening salvo. If we can't make a deal with China, then the tariffs will be very, very substantial. Okay, I'm going to sign this one.
Sir, this is, you've obviously made making America healthy again a key priority of this administration. A key component of that is obviously heart health. This is a ceremonial proclamation declaring the month of February to be National Heart Month.
Okay.
I love that,
We're doing very well with nominations.
Behold,
We'll see, but
I love it so
looks like
much
we're
when he
doing
does
very
that.
well with nominations.
It makes me laugh. I love that so much when he does that.
Some concerns about Tulsi Gabbard or
Yes.
RFK about
Yeah, I've gotten great response. And they want to do what's right.
Dude, he's
And
so
we've had a good response.
in his
I think
element
we're
right now.
Well,
He is owning.
we have great people like this. We have great people coming in. I think I'd like to say the best ever recruited for government. I think we have the finest people ever recruited for government.
Will it take an active Congress?
And you know what? You're starting to see that because we've done more in 2 weeks than Biden's done in 5 years, 6 years. They could be here between him and Obama. You add it up, okay? We've done more in 2 weeks than they've done in 12 years.
Will it take an active
Dude,
Congress?
they're moving quick. That is true.
USAID, or do you believe you have?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, it's not when it comes to fraud. If there's fraud, these people are lunatics. And if it comes to fraud, you wouldn't have an active Congress. And I'm not sure that you would anyway. But we just want to do the right thing. It's something that should have been done a long time ago. It went crazy during the Biden administration. They went totally crazy, what they were doing, and the money they were giving to people that shouldn't be getting it, and to agencies.
Stan, you
and
need to
others
hit
that
the
shouldn't be
gym.
getting it. It
You're
was a
not wrong,
shame.
bro.
So,
Not wrong.
Tremendous fraud. But we'll be doing a report. We'll be giving you that report at the appropriate time.
In
Yeah.
the first term, though, USAID was something that you liked in some respects.
I love the concept of it. Yeah.
That's the program.
Sure. I love the concept, but they turn out to be radical left lunatics. And the concept of it is good, but it's all about the people.
Mr. President, you said you also want to impose tariffs on the EU. What kind of tariffs are you thinking about?
Well, we have massive deficits with the European Union, massive, like $350 billion, if you can believe it. They don't take our farm product. They don't take our cars. They don't take almost anything, but we take their cars. We have millions of cars coming
I read
in,
both.
BMW and
Brooks.
Mercedes-Benz and
I'm just trying not to
Volkswagen
interrupt
and
Trump.
just so many different cars, and we don't do anything about that. And we don't charge them tariffs. They make it impossible to sell cars in the European Union. They make it very difficult, agricultural product. They actually don't take it. And they have a lot of excuses. Some of them are the pesticides and the different chemicals used. And Bobby Kennedy actually is looking at that very, very seriously, because maybe it's not necessary to use all of that. You know, we want to be the healthiest country, and we're not.
Yeah.
We spend more money on food than anybody else in terms of its creation, but we're not the healthiest country. So maybe there is something to the fact that we shouldn't be using so much chemical, and maybe that'll stop. But Bobby Kennedy is the one, because he is not a believer in all of the things we have done, and neither are the Europeans. So we'll see what happens. But they use it as an excuse not to buy our product. And I asked a couple of the leaders, I don't want to use names, but how many Chevrolets or Fords do you see in the middle of Munich? And the answer is none, because they don't take any cars. They don't take anything. So the European has abused the United States for years, and they can't do that. And they want to make a deal. Let me tell you, in all cases, they all want to make deals. There's nobody that doesn't want to make deals. They've been abusers, and they want to make deals. So we'll see about that. But we'll have, I think, some very fair. All we want is a fair deal. And, you know, there's a word, reciprocal. I'd go right now, reciprocal tariffs on everybody, because many of the countries that you feel so horrible about, the way they're being treated by Trump, you're saying, oh, President Trump is so terrible to them. Well, they charge us tariffs. European Union has a VAT tax, which is through the roof, okay? It's a similar thing, similar to a tariff. It's a VAT. And they have, and it's numbers like you wouldn't believe.
VATs are insane.
Canada, I told you about the banks, and I told you they charge us. And people don't say that. They don't like to say it. Just like they don't like to say that I opened up the water for California. It's a great thing. It's too bad they didn't do it themselves. I had to do it, and it was not easy. We did it a very rough way, and I didn't like to do it a rough way. We shouldn't have to do it a rough way. But a lot of these countries that we're talking about, you know, they're so-called allies, but they don't treat us well.
Oh, my God, that's such a good point.
Like I got $420 billion, and now it's actually over $600 billion. The Secretary General of NATO came in 2 weeks ago, and he said it was a miracle when Trump came in, when President Trump came into NATO. He said it was $636 billion by saying to them,
Jesus
no,
Christ in YouTube chat. That's a really good point.
If you don't pay, we're not going to be there for you. You know, somebody has to say it, and they paid. And it was a large amount of money. And one of the problems we have with the Russia-Ukraine situation is that we wanted to see some equalization, because we're in for close to $300 billion, and they're in for $200 billion less. Why are they in for less? Because Biden never asked them for money. He never said, you got to pay. He never did. All he did is hand out money. So we're talking with them right now, and we're actually working some deals right now. So we have
this is crazy.
Some guarantees and some other things to keep that whole situation.
I'm excited
to go, really going. I mean, going.
Good or bad, we'll fix it.
Ukraine, they have very valuable rare earth.
My mind is blown. This is crazy.
We put up to go in terms of a guarantee. We want a guarantee. We're handing them money hand over fist. We're giving them equipment. European is not keeping up with us. They should equalize. Look, we have an ocean in between. They don't. It's more important for them than it is for us. But they're way below us in terms of money. And they should be paying at least equal. They should really be paying much more than us. But let's say equal to us.
Yeah, let's check the stock market.
And billions of dollars below. So we're looking to do a deal with Ukraine where they're going to secure what we're giving them with their rare earth and other things.
Mr. President, the news they deal with Mexico this morning, was that partially related to the market reaction and a criticism from Mr. Murdoch's own newspaper? He called it the dumbest trade war on the editorial page on Saturday.
I'm going to have to talk to him.
Markets look pretty fine. This is crazy. The markets are fine.
Many times, I will tell you.
Wow.
I don't agree with
thought
them on some
I had
things.
no clue it was going to happen today.
Not only is it not dumb, you're going to see. Every single one of those countries is dying to make a deal. You know why? Because they're ripping us off really badly. And the United States is tired of being just being ripped off.
Yeah.
And that's why we have $36 trillion in debt. We have it
That's
for a
insane.
reason, because we make bad deals with everybody. And we don't allow that anymore. So the Wall Street Journal is wrong because, very simply, every single country that you're writing about right now is dying to make a deal, because the deals they have right now are so good and so good for them and so profitable for them. You didn't know that Canada didn't allow our banks. You didn't know all of these different things. And I think in the end, you're going to see that either very, very substantial tariffs are going to be paid by them, or they're going to make some kind of a deal.
This is awesome. I'm so curious what's going to happen.
Did you blink this morning?
There was no blinking. No, she's a wonderful woman, but she did agree to 10,000 soldiers on the border. I would say that's a lot. Would you say that's
a lot.
pretty good? 10,000 soldiers on the border?
That's crazy. They just immediately folded.
10,000 soldiers are going to keep illegal aliens out, and they're going to keep them out, seriously out, and otherwise they're going to have a big penalty. Mexico's going to be penalized. They're not going to come through Mexico anymore, and they're not going to let the fentanyl come in from China. And China hopefully is going to stop sending us fentanyl, and if they're not, the tariffs are going to go substantially higher.
Sir, Ron, just to clarify what you said about Ukraine earlier, the rare earths, is that something you want them to give the rare earths to the United States?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to have security of rare earth. We're putting in hundreds of billions of dollars. They have great rare earth, and I want security of the rare earth. And they're willing to do it.
Sir, you mentioned earlier that Elon
On
Musk-
Canada, when you talk to Justin Trudeau again, is there anything he can give you at 3 p.m. when you talk again to also
I don't know.
secure a pause,
I don't know.
like you said with Mexico?
I don't know. We have big deficits with Canada, like we do with all countries. I mean, I look at some of the deals made, I say, who the hell made these deals are so bad? But with Canada, I have a talk with him, and you maybe know or maybe not. We're going to meet again or talk again at 3 o'clock, right after my next meeting, and we'll see what happens. I can't tell you what's going to happen.
You mentioned that he could agree to change your mind on the tariff.
Well, we can always, look, what I'd like to see,
This is
Canada become our
insane.
51st state.
That would be
We give them
insane. What is
protection,
happening?
Military protection.
This is the president
We don't need
of the United
them
States.
to build our cars. I'd rather see Detroit or South Carolina or any one of our Tennessee, any one of our states build the cars. They could do it very easily. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for anything. We don't need them for energy. We have more energy than they do. We don't need them for energy.
This is crazy.
So I say, why are we doing this? Why are we willing to lose between $100 billion and $200 billion a year? We don't need them. As a state, it's different. As a state, it's much different. And there are no tariffs. So I'd love to see that, but some people say that would be a long shot. If people wanted to play the game right, it would be 100% certain that they'd become a state. But a lot of people don't like to play the game because they don't have a threshold of pain. And there would be some pain, but not a lot. The pain would be really there. So we're going to meet again by phone at 3 o'clock, and we'll let you know what
On
it is.
Israel, President Trump, you're prepared to meet with Benjamin Netanyahu.
Coming in tomorrow.
Yes, you've mentioned in the past you're concerned about Israel being too small geographically. Would you support annexation of parts of the West Bank by Israel?
Well, I'm not going to talk about that. It certainly is a small. It's a small country in terms of land. See this pen, this wonderful pen?
Yeah.
My desk is the Middle East. And this pen, the top
I'm on there.
of the pen, that's Israel. That's not good, right? You know, that's a pretty big difference.
Oh,
I use
shit.
that as an
Goddamn.
analogy. It's pretty
Nice.
accurate, actually. It's a pretty small piece of land. And it's amazing that they've been able to do what they've been able to do when you think about it. There's a lot of good, smart brain power but it is a very small piece of land, no question about it.
Mr. President, you said earlier that Elon Musk is doing everything with your say-so. So is there everything that he has done thus far, going to all the agencies, shutting off access, getting access to federal payments, that all has yours? You're okay with all of that?
For the most part, yeah. If we, I mean, if there was something that didn't have my okay, I'd let you know about it really fast.
And you said that there's some areas where you wouldn't let him work because he has conflicts of interest.
If there was a no, I haven't seen that. And he would know not to do it. So we haven't had that yet. But if there was a conflict, we would let him work in that area.
Earlier you said, with regard to Panama, that they were going to make a deal where the U.S. was going to take it. How long do they have to make that sort of deal, and are you still leaving on the table?
We're going to meet with Panama on Friday at about 3:30 in the afternoon by phone, and maybe there'll be some representatives that, here or there. But we're going to be talking to Panama on Friday, essentially. And they've agreed to certain things, but I'm not happy with it.
On the Middle East, Mr. President, if I may, do you still have doubts that the ceasefire will hold?
On what?
On the Middle East.
Yeah, this is live Trump right now.
I have no assurances that it'll hold. I mean, I've seen people brutalized. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. No, I have no guarantees that the peace is going to hold. Steve, you might want to say something about that. Steve Whitko.
It's holding so far. So, and we're certainly hopeful, and that's the president's direction. Get the hostages out, save lives, and come to hopefully a peaceful settlement of it all. So far it's holding.
Mr. President, on a different topic, questionnaires have been going out to FBI agents across the country who were involved potentially in the investigation. Do you believe anyone involved at any level should be fired, sir?
Oh,
well,
shit.
I think the FBI was a very corrupt institution, and I'm a victim of it in a true sense. I was able to beat it, but other people have been,
which is insane,
treated horribly. I think the FBI had a great reputation. I think its reputation was really damaged badly, as is DOJ. Look at what they've done in terms of weaponization. Look at what they've done to a political opponent. Probably got me elected by what they did, or I think I was doing well anyway, but they might have got me elected. But you know what? We have to have pristine, beautiful,
like the stream, motherfuckers. If Trump is live, Stan is live.
And Cash is the one to do it. He's the one guy that is going to do it. We have to bring the reputation of the FBI. We have to bring the fact of the FBI back to what it could be. Not even to what it was, even better than it ever was. Because who would have thought that the FBI could have been corrupted like they were corrupted? Who would have thought that would have happened?
There we go.
Who would have thought that would have been used to go after, political opponents?
This is crazy that he's the president right now.
One. And so many
other
things beyond that. And they've
Make Canada great again.
And we'll see what happens. But Cash is the one to do it, and I hear he's doing very well. Cash will straighten it out. We have great confidence that we can make the FBI great again. Okay, one or two more and we'll be done.
How do I block this channel? This is too stupid.
Yeah, I think Chelsea's going to be doing okay. I'm not
Says
sure.
the person asking how to block a channel.
She's
Just saying.
liked by so many people, especially people in the military and law enforcement.
Wow.
There's a little bit of trouble with some senators over her thoughts on Edward Snowden. I know Snowden, you've mentioned in the past you're thinking about pardoning him. Are you still, and what do you think about that?
No, I don't talk about it right now. I just, people feel very differently. Some people think he should be pardoned, and some people think it would be a terrible thing to do, but I don't get involved in that.
Mr. President, what are you discussing with Mr. Murdoch and Mr. Ellison?
Just respect. I have great respect for
New
Rupert
subscriber.
Murdoch.
Thanks,
I
man. Yeah,
disagree
sub
with
up,
him
guys.
A lot of times with the Wall
Trump
Street
is live,
Journal,
I'm
but
live.
that's all right.
We're covering
We
it.
disagreed before, and I'm sure they didn't have any idea what they were talking about, because already you see what's happening. Look at Colombia. Look at what happened with that. Everybody said that with Colombia it was going to be a disaster.
And they folded immediately.
In 1 hour, everything was settled.
Yeah, it was 1 hour.
Why? Tariffs. Without tariffs, they wouldn't have been
This man loves
the
tariffs.
same way. They would not have treated me the way they treated me, which was extremely
$2 super
nicely.
chat. You're not even talking. He wants to block. Thank you for the
I don't wanna
$2,
use
man.
countries. I don't want to use
Love your
names,
channel, man.
but,
Keep it up. Thank you.
Tariffs are very powerful, both economically and in getting everything else you want. Tariffs for us, nobody can compete with us because we're the pot of gold. But if we don't keep winning and keep doing well, we won't be the pot of gold, and then tariffs won't be so good for us. But when you're the pot of gold, the tariffs are very good. They're very powerful.
When you're the pot of
And they're gonna
gold,
make
the
our
tariffs are
country very
powerful.
rich again. Thank you
That
very
makes
much,
sense.
everybody.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Remarks inside of the
Back to work for Trump. He's going to go do some more shit. What is he going to do next? You never know. It's like an hour by hour thing with Trump, man. You know, things change by the hour. I'm just going to have this guy in the background right here. But yeah, Trump is fucking not messing around, dude. There's so much happening. That's crazy. Also, we peaked at like 1,800 viewers. So I'll tell you guys what, if Trump is live, I am live. Make sure you subscribe. Stock market is fun. There was a guy named Jesus Christ that said something in the chat earlier that I found really interesting. And that was, he says, okay, so when we put a 25% tariffs on Canada, that's disastrous for us and our economy. But if Canada puts 25% tariffs back on us, then that's an amazing move by them. And I was just, I never thought of it that way. And I was like, wait a minute. That's really interesting. That's that's an interesting way to because everyone's saying, yeah, Canada did tariffs back. But then when we do the tariffs, it's so bad. But also what Trump said, we're the pot of gold. So the tariffs work in our favor since we are the pot of gold. And they are not. He's just thinking of it from like mafia business tactics, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, USA. This is crazy, dude. Hey, here's what I say. If this shit doesn't work, bro, if these tariff things, if like Trump's wrong, right? Because I don't know. I've never heard of this shit before, bro. I don't know. I'm just kind of trusting. I'm hoping Trump is right. That's all I could do, right? I could just hope that he's right and trust that he's doing the right thing here. This is unprecedented stuff, but I just hope that he's right? But if he's wrong, we could fix it because we're fucking badass and we could just fix it. So I'm saying, I'm just like, you know what? This is exciting. This is, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm hoping it all works out for the most part in our favor. Like if we could just get, for the most part, it working out for us, then good. Who do you know that makes anything? Who do you know that makes anything? I don't get it. Maybe you're talking to someone else. The U.S. is in rough shape. You know what? Like business confidence is at a high right now, at an all-time high from the past 4 years. There's like the amount of spending from businesses right now is crazy. So it's like there's confidence, but they're also weary because nobody knows. Like this is some crazy stuff, dude. We haven't seen anything like this. Coming from a guy who makes his money from kid donations, I make my money from ads, actually. I make a lot of money from ads. I make a disgusting amount of money from ads, a life-changing amount of money from ads. My life is forever changed because of YouTube ads. Thank you, YouTube ads, for completely changing my fucking life. Actually, yeah, donations are the smallest part of income for me. I don't need donations because I make so much fucking money from ads. Like, imagine how much money you make from ads when you have 1,000 concurrent viewers like I do right now, right? That is crazy ads right there. It's crazy how much money they pay. I highly recommend people become YouTubers, man. It is the coolest job in the world. I love this job. I'm so happy I get to be a YouTuber, bro. So just saying, like, you're trying to like talk shit on me or whatever. It's like, bro, I wouldn't trade bank accounts with you, bro. And I don't even know you. I'm comfortable. So I'm good, bro. Yeah, that's why, like, I just tell people to just watch for free. You watch for free. I make money from the ads. You know, the donations are always appreciated, but it's the smallest part of everything. And it's what I do is like basically donations and stuff like that. I give it to like people who work for me or to my mods and stuff like that. He made so much money on his shitcoin. $2 super chat from Marcos. Dude, he did make a ton of money from his shitcoin. He made a ton of money from his shitcoin. How do you become a YouTuber? Do you think it's still a thing for newcomers? Oh yeah. There's no better, like, this is the best time. There's no better time than now to become a YouTuber. There's so much money being spent on ads on YouTube by businesses. It is insane. YouTube made $50 billion last year, and YouTubers get like half of that. It's crazy. YouTubers are making more money than Hollywood. It's insane how much money YouTubers are making. I highly recommend people get into it. It's fun. People complaining about ads when YouTube Premium exists. Yeah, I just have YouTube Premium personally, so I don't really get a lot of YouTube ads or Twitch ads because I have Twitch Turbo as well. So I just have basically Premium on both sites, and I don't get any ads. Yes, I'm killing. I haven't gotten monetized, but I don't go live enough yet. I just sustained a brain injury. You could do it, man. Just keep going. Trump paused the tariffs on Mexico for 30 days because they put 10,000 troops at the border. In all seriousness, not going to make money on YouTube. You just got to make videos and get a lot of views on them. Learn how that works. It's a big journey. But yeah, you just start making stuff. Just start. You know, and don't quit your day job. Do it as a side thing. A new follower. Hey, oh, we got a Twitch follower. Hey, by the way, I am live on Twitch. If you guys want to watch full screen, I am over on Twitch full screen. I will be streaming full screen on YouTube at some point very soon in the future. I got to set up some new stream stuff. I got some new tech for multi-streaming and shit. I got to set up after the stream today. Master Ajax, I see you in the Twitch chat. Ghosted is here. Celestial's still hanging out. We got R. Brooks hanging out. Melty says, who did Stan vote for? I didn't vote, but I wanted Trump to win. Stan, what's happening? I'm curious. I'm from Asia. Trump has paused the tariffs on Mexico because they have a temporary deal that they've made between him and the president of Mexico, where 10,000 Mexican troops will be deployed to the border. And the border will be secured on Mexico's side. And then we'll see what happens after that. So we still have to wait and see. No changes with Canada yet, but Trump has spoken with Justin Trudeau. So it looks like his approach of using leverage, the leverage that America has, is working, because like you said earlier, it only took an hour for Colombia to cave. After a big ass rant from the president of Colombia too. He went on like Twitter and did this big ass rant. It's so cringe. This big ass rant that he did. Trump is standing on business, yeah. And then the government released a statement saying that they were going to cave to Trump's demands because he wanted to put the illegals from Colombia to Colombia or whatever, right? And yeah, my dog, he's just like, bro, let me out. I don't want to put him out though because he's gonna go get all muddy. Or he has to just stay inside for right now. You're with Canada. Yeah, Canadians are not very happy with America right now. That's for sure. Because their country, they're already struggling so bad. They have such a bad economy. Their country has been so poorly managed over the last like 70 fucking years, dude. And they're still trying to recover, and they just cannot seem to get ahead and recover. And now we're doing tariffs on them, and like they are so dependent on us financially. So and we're not dependent on them as much as people that don't like Trump want us to think. The reality is that we have all the leverage, so we could like just crush their economy. And I think that's what Trump's threatening to do. He's threatening to crush them, which is insane. Yeah, that we need to make the nation of cum. I support this. Yeah, we need Canada, United States, Mexico. Cum. The cum continent, bro. Yeah. So Canada is not, Canadians are not happy with Trump right now, or America for that matter, but it's just so interesting. This is like really unprecedented. We've never seen Trump like do this or like anything. Like have we ever done anything like this before, where we leveraged our being the honey pot or the pot of gold, where we leveraged that and tariffed other countries. F Canada. I mean, they do be our neighbors, man. They cool, they cool up there. Canadians are pretty cool people. Just saying. The Canadian government, on the other hand, dude, yeah, totally F them. Totally. Canada and Mexico has to stay separate to the USA. Why bring all their issues when we have our own? I think it's a money thing, right? Think of it as like a resources and money thing. So how much cost is there for them to, how much does it cost us for them to be their own country versus how much would it cost if we just assimilated them, right? I think that's the logic Trump is thinking of. I don't know if it's the right way to think about it or not, but I'm pretty sure that is the way that Trump is thinking about it, is like, what's cheaper? He's just thinking about it from an efficiency standpoint, which is so funny because I've just never seen anything like this. I'd love to be a YouTuber and streamer, but I don't know what to do other than games. Just pick something and do it. Just film yourself and make the videos. I just watched a video of some dude camping. It was like an hour-long video of this dude camping in this big inflatable tent. It looks like half a soccer ball, and it just inflates. It's all like clear windows, so you could see outside of it. He put a stove in it and shit, and he was in a cot. There we go, dude. Yeah, come on over to Twitch, guys. Follow over on Twitch. Come to Twitch. Make sure you hit that follow button. If you're on the YouTube stream and you like these streams, if Trump is live, I am live. I was sitting here waiting for Trump to go live, and he went live, and he was signing executive orders in the Oval Office. So Trump is live, I am live. I will be here. We will be paying very close attention to what he be doing. Is this a politics channel? Not really, but we do talk a lot about politics. I just released a video about a person who became a trans dog. Yeah, it's real. Look, so we don't just talk politics. We talk about all kinds of wacky shit like that. This person spent $14,000 to transition into a dog. Here, look at this image. Look at this. Look at this. This right here. You see that? Do you see that? That I just made this video right here. That's a person. That is a person. There's a video. So it's not just politics. We talk about wacky shit, dude. Anything wacky and interesting that's happening every day, we're going to make a video about it. We're going to talk about it. That is a video on my channel if you guys want to go check that out. It is a wacky video. That's a person. Yes, it is a person inside of a $14,000 dog suit. It's a super furry. He has serious mental health issues. I would agree. Yeah, that is straight up mental health issues. That is taking it too far. I'm all about live and let live. So that person, hey, you know what? I'm glad they have the freedom to go do that weird shit. But I also have the freedom to say, that's fucking weird. And you have mental health problems. So there's, that's the way I see it, bro. That shit is weird. I know a ninja that would hit that. What the fuck? Get education. United States counts big time on Mexico's economy. Yeah, not to a point where we would like fucking collapse or something. If it was, we absolutely dwarf their economy. It's just not even comparable. The leverage is all on our side. That's the thing. But hey, you know what? The avocados are saved. The avocados, they're saved. Sneaky Ninja, thanks for the follow. Came over from YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. We need more people from YouTube. Come over to Twitch, full screen. That's where the chats down here are going to be from Twitch. That's going to get fixed eventually, where YouTube could just see YouTube's chat and Twitch is just going to see Twitch's chat. Yep, the avocados be saved. Can you turn up Trump? I can't hear him. Sure, we can listen to him again.
With the leader of Panama, the respected man, and some others, the entire leadership group.
We just watched this and I'm just playing it over again.
Trying to work a deal on the Panama Canal.
Those who are struggling with fentanyl addiction should seek out treatment immediately. Their supply just dried up.
Shouldn't been happened years ago to Panama, like Jimmy.
Thought I was gonna have to go get an avocado tree. That's so funny, bro. Whenever everyone just grows their own avocado tree, bro. That's funny. Oh my God.
The biggest job we've ever built. The biggest
I'm from UK and feel sorry for what's happening to the USA. I mean, we're fucking thriving, bro.
38,000 people died.
Yeah, we are thriving.
Just about.
I've been all over the world, and we don't live in closets over here, bro. Okay? We have like space. Like, look at my room. We have space to fit in places and shit. Like we be thriving over here, bro. We thriving. We thriving. We make, you know. We wealthy. America on top. America is powerful, dude. The United States Navy is so just like, it's so terrifying how powerful the U.S. Navy is. Our Navy can take on literally the rest of the world. That's how much bigger our Navy is and more capable. It is literally insane. The big concern is going to be drones. Imagine like drone swarms coming at your ships. That's going to be insane.
We didn't give that to China. We gave it to Panama.
America has a massive homeless problem. Lots live in poverty. Yeah, that is the thing about America. Like, so you can succeed more here than anywhere else in the world. But you can also, just as much as you can succeed, you can fail, right? So we don't have like systems that just allow people to just not do anything and exist, right? It's like if you don't work and you don't have somebody taking care of you or something like that, then you can end up homeless because you have to be able to afford a place to live. And if you don't make money to afford a place to live, then you end up homeless. So you can win real hard, but you can also fail real hard. And quite frankly, I like the system like that. It's on you as an individual to take care of your own life. So, and I don't know how many homeless people you've talked to. I've talked to fucking thousands of them. Thousands of them. I've interviewed so many homeless people, and I'll tell you one thing that is very unanimous with most homeless people. They just prefer to be homeless.
What I have discussed is we'll have some good.
They just prefer life that way. Like they don't like it sucks, and they'll complain about how much it sucks. But given the option, they would rather be homeless. Unless they were just given ridiculous amounts of money and didn't have to work and stuff, but they just prefer it. And this is just, you can't convince them not to be homeless. It's so hard. It's really difficult to do that, man. Just saying. And it's just from my experience, from actually talking to them, you know?
Okay. I hear we're doing very well with nominations. We'll see, but it looks
Thousands for publicity. Did you help any of them? Yeah. How many homeless people have you helped? Disabled vets deserve to be homeless. As a vet, I'll say this. If some other fucking asshole that was in the military, I was in the Marines. I went to Iraq and shit, right? If some other fucking fuck decides to go be fucking homeless, that's his fucking problem, bro. Like, a lot of these guys choose that shit. Just saying, like, if there's somebody that doesn't want to be homeless, let's help that one. Whether they're a veteran or not, if someone doesn't want to be homeless, let's help them stop being homeless. But a lot of people just want to be homeless. I don't know if you've spoken to them or not, but they just want to be fucking homeless. They prefer that lifestyle. They don't want to work and stuff. They just want to fucking live that way. And it's like a community, bro. Like they fucking, I don't know. They just fucking want to live that way. But if there's people that don't want to be homeless, whether they're vets or not, those people are the ones we should target to help because they want help. It's so fucking simple. I don't know why people have to think about it so black and white. Like as a righty, sometimes righties are fucking ridiculous. As a righty, sometimes righties are fucking ridiculous, bro. There are people that don't want to stop being homeless. They just want to stay being homeless. Go try and convince them. Go try it. Go outside and go talk to a homeless person, convince them to stop being homeless. You could tell them all the things that they should go do. You can provide them options, give them options, help them out, see if it works. See if they'll stop being homeless. Go try it. Yeah. So what you got to do is we can give them all the programs and options in the world. But if they choose to be homeless, then that's their choice. You can't force them against their will. Yeah.
$350 billion, if you can believe it.
Disheartening to know people think people are choosing to be homeless. You've never spoken to a homeless person in your life, I could tell.
We have millions of cars coming in, BMW and Mercedes-Benz and
It's
Volkswagen.
people, they become homeless and they choose to stay that way. There's so many, there's plenty of people that choose not to be homeless. And it's usually people with kids. You don't see a whole lot of homeless kids because those adults tend to work harder and take care of their kids, and they work their way out of homelessness. It's way less common to see homeless kids than homeless adults. Okay? And this is real.
Look into that very, very seriously.
This is real.
Maybe it's not necessary to use all of that. You know, we want to be the healthiest country, and we're not. We spend more money on food.
I've been homeless twice. It's not a choice. For most people, they choose to stay homeless. There's so many programs. You can try and help them, dude. Try it. Yeah, they'd rather get their money and sustain themselves in their own way.
And neither are the Europeans. So we'll see what happens.
Child poverty, like poverty is big everywhere. There's poverty everywhere, but our poverty is not even close to the level of poverty elsewhere. I don't know. Like, I think a lot of people have not traveled the world at all and seen just how fucking poor people get. And our level of poverty is like luxurious compared to other levels of poverty.
The United States for years, and they can't do that. And they want to make a deal. Let me tell you, in all cases, they all want to make deals. There's nobody that doesn't want to make deals.
Is it the World Cup behind Trump? I don't know. What is that stuff behind Trump?
We'll see about that. But
as someone who has worked with police, it's true. You can give all the resources, but some will choose to stay how they are. Some want to be helped, some don't. That's the facts. Like people that there's people that think it's either all one way or all the other way, and they have no understanding of nuance or any in-betweenness of anything whatsoever. It's so ridiculous, some of these people on the internet. Yeah, bro, like people cannot fathom the fact that yes, there are people, like no matter what you try and give them, they just choose to be fucking homeless. All the people that choose not to be homeless and they don't want to be homeless, they tend to work their way out of it because they actively work towards it. And if you actively work towards it, you're going to achieve it. It doesn't take much. It's not like the most impossible fucking thing in the world. You know? So there's a lot of really like sheltered people that have never actually gone outside and talked to homeless people. Yeah. This guy's like, you're so delusional that both can be true. There's people that don't want to be homeless and there's people that want to be homeless. I'm so delusional to fucking for that to be the reality. That's crazy to me that you think that that's delusional. Yeah. That is crazy to me.
President Trump came into NATO. He said it was 630.
Not when you're disabled. Whether you're disabled or not, there's still a lot of programs that exist right now for homeless people and veterans, especially veterans. As a vet, I know of all the fucking programs that are available. Here's the real issue, right? Like, you don't hear a lot of people say this, so I'm going to say this as a veteran, right? A lot of vets don't want to go to the fucking doctor.
We're in for close to $300 billion, and
believe it or not. Well, that's fucking crazy, right? They don't want to go to the fucking doctor. And you know what else they don't want to do? They don't want to go through all the fucking trouble of taking advantage of a lot of the options that are out there. They just don't. I don't know why. You can tell that there's so much available for vets. It's crazy. There's like people that full time are working their ass off to try and make vets aware of all the fucking programs that exist. There's a lot. It is crazy how much is available for vets. It's fucking awesome, actually. It's a very American thing. We know other countries don't have shit like this. They don't have a culture that just has so much available for their veterans. We do. So actually, there's so much that's available, but vets don't want to fucking use it. They don't want to go to the doctor, and they don't want the free shit. There's a lot of smart vets that are very much taking advantage of the free shit, but a lot of them aren't, and they struggle. They're struggling, but they don't have to be. They could be taking advantage of these programs that exist right now, but they choose not to for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because we're fucking stubborn. We're veterans and we're stubborn. There's all different types of reasons.
A new follower.
You know, but it basically boils down to being stubborn. We don't want to go to the fucking doctor. It's a very similar thing to like homeless people. They don't want They don't take it. There's programs that are available. You know, some areas have better programs than others, yes. But there's programs that exist that people can use. They're there. And people choose not to use them because of the lifestyle they want. And you know, the only way you can fix that is to contribute to helping them arrive to the conclusion that they shouldn't live that way anymore and they should change things. That's how you help homeless people, is first get through to them and help them arrive to the conclusion in their own mind without telling them what to do. You help them realize, I should work myself out of this. That's step one. And that's how you help. That's the realest way you can help homeless people, is get them to agree that they should stop being homeless. That's like the first step. From there, there's programs and there's things that they can do that, you know, to start working their way out of that situation. I'm wildly misinformed. I am not, dude. This is facts. Yeah, I am not mild. I am. It is so fucking simple and not even that complicated, bro. Yeah, people are crazy. I have 12th exam. What should I do? I'm so stressed. Fucking study. And the 10,000 soldiers are going to keep illegal aliens. Study, motherfucker. The Blocky. I see you in the chat. What's up? If they're under 18 and homeless, chances they have worse life skills than average, and any confidence they seem to have is a front. They're unapologetically incapable of self-starting their recovery. You know, it depends on the person. There's a lot of different people, but yeah, when someone is homeless before the age of 18, it's really gonna fuck up their future, because it's gonna be really hard for them to grow properly. You know, it's a goddamn shame. I say we do the Federation States of Come. I agree. Some people just don't want to be helped because they want to get their selves out of the situation by themselves. That's true too. Yeah, it's not just like a certain one reason why. It's just generally a lot of people choose to be homeless because of their own choices just lead them there. There's a lot of people that are homeless and it's out of their control. Yeah, but most of the people that don't want to be homeless anymore are working towards getting out of it, and that's why a lot of like mothers with kids and shit like that end up fucking finding a way. It's crazy, but they do. I've just seen it happen time and time again.
What I'd like to see Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection.
Remember when homeless signs read "Will work for food"? Not now. Their signs don't mention the word work. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's like old school stuff, you know. It's like, hey, I'm trying to make some money to get out of. Like anybody that like does that, they put it like, hey man, I will work. I'm just trying to make some cash. I'm homeless. I just want to make some cash. What do you need me to do? Right? Like so many people have a heart, and they would see a sign like that, and they would be like, bro, I got you. Here's some money, and you know, like I think a lot of people would just be like, here's some money. You don't have to work for me, bro. Like just the fact that you're willing to do some work for some money. Here's some money. That's just so common for people, you know. I think that it goes a long way. It goes a long way when you're homeless and you're willing to work to get out of being homeless. A lot of people, when they see a homeless person and they're willing to work and they want to get out of it, there's so many people that are they have a heart and they're willing to help, dude. Like we're good people, man. Americans are good people. We may be divided politically, but if there's a homeless person that is making an effort, they clean themselves up the best they can, and they're just trying to get some work done so they can make some money. Like so many Americans would see that, and it's gonna hit them right in the feels, and they're gonna help someone out, dude. A homeless guy. Let's see, $5 super chat from Martin says, a homeless guy pooped in my pants and made me walk into my house with poop pants on. Please say it. What the fuck? Thank you for the $5 super chat, Emi. That's funny.
You know, that's a pretty big difference. I use that as an analogy. It's pretty accurate.
So many people are generalizing homelessness. You'll need to actually get some real world experience. It varies between people. Let people exist the way they want if they don't harm anyone. There we go. That's facts, bro. Like, there we go. Thank you. There's some stupid ass comments in the I've been reading, bro. I'm like I'm kind of pick and choosing which one I want to read, but that one, thank you. Some fucking rationality for once. Jesus. Yes. It's a complicated issue that varies all over the place. Different places have different resources for it. It's but there are patterns. You know? Yeah, YouTube comments. This is the way it goes. Brentley James in the chat. Dr. X in the chat. Sneaky Ninja Super Jimmy going to pick up the kids. We got Promptly in the chat. What's up, man? I literally saw a homeless guy the other day choking some lady's dog. He wasn't conscious for very long. That's crazy if true. That's nuts, dude.
And maybe there'll be some representatives that, you know, here or there.
I'm gonna see if there's anything going on with Trump.
And they've agreed to certain things.
Okay, they'd have a conversation here. Yeah, nothing. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get caught up to the future.
In the fight to protect refugees, in the fight to make sure that this.
Oh yeah, what's this U.S. aid thing? I've never heard of U.S. aid before.
The lead development agency in the world.
I don't know about this. You guys know what the U.S. aid thing is? This is one thing I've heard of it, so I have to learn. I hate people who talk on homelessness and have never been homeless. See, that's such a fucking stupid way to think, Jacob Vargas, because like then that means nobody can ever talk about anything unless they have direct fucking involvement in it, right? And that's just a stupid ass issue. I think that people that have never been fucking homeless it's perfectly fine for them to comment on the situation of being homeless. You know, here's one reason why: because they successfully never been fucking homeless. Maybe they do have some fucking insight. Stupid ass. Like, I hate it when people think that way. You don't have kids, so you can't talk about kids. You've never been homeless, so you can't talk about homeless. It's so stupid, one-dimensional way to see the world. Fix that shit. Stop being dumbass. You don't have to have experienced being homeless to talk about it. That's so stupid. I feel sorry for you that you think that way, dude. And you don't even realize how stupid it is to think that way. You're just gonna fucking double down on it like an idiot and not fix that shit. You need to fix it. Fix that shit. Don't think that way, dude. To have a correct opinion on being homeless, you have to have been homeless. See, Jacob, I could tell you were probably homeless, and it's probably because you're a fucking retard. Yeah. If you got out of it, good for you. But you probably ended up being homeless because you're a fucking dumbass. Just saying. So there we go. It's probably, you say stupid shit like that. Like, you don't have to have been homeless to comment on being homeless. It's just fucking, like, that's so dumb. $5 super chat from Milk says, one guy said water torture wasn't torture until someone asked him to do it. And now he fights against water torture in the US. You have to experience it. I don't have to experience water torture to say that it's torture. Look at that. I just fucking did it. Holy shit. Thanks for the $5, but I just proved your point. I've never fucking been waterboarded, but that shit is torture as fuck, bro. Want to know why? Because I fucking looked into it and learned. You could just look at it and learn without, you can understand something without actually fucking doing it. Stupid. That is crazy, bro. I'm crashed out. Bro, I am owning right now. I've had 87,000 people come to this stream in the past hour. What are you talking about? I'm actually peaking. I'm peaking, bro. What the fuck are you talking about, crashing out? I'm peaking. The more I fucking talk, the more viewers we get. It's working. Yeah, you don't have to get fucking waterboarded to know that waterboarding is torture. That's such a stupid fucking, that's such a stupid thing to say. Bros, you all know that none of you have been fucking waterboarded and you know that it's torture. Bam, fucking argument ruined. Like, what the hell literally the guy saying it has never been waterboarded and he's saying that it's torture. You don't have to be waterboarded to say that waterboarding is torture. It doesn't work that way. You could just look at it and use your fucking brain like a normal person. Brentley, what's up? I see you in the chat. Elwood, thanks for following on Twitch. By the way, here you guys go. Here is my Twitch. Come on over. I put a link in the chat for you guys to come over to Twitch if you'd like. Come on over. Come hang out. That's where the widescreen is. What's your opinion on the new tariffs? So here's what I think about the tariffs. I think that they are interesting. I've never like heard of this type of tactic with countries before. It's all new to me. I'm like, it's kind of scary. I don't know what's gonna fucking happen, if it's gonna work. But I do like Trump. I support Trump. I hope that it works. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna fix it. That's kind of my simple looking at it. So right now it looks like it's working. Like within 1 hour, fucking Colombia caved because of threats of tariffs. Within 24 hours, we now have 10,000 Mexican troops at the border, securing the border on Mexico's side. That's crazy. And then now we have to see what happens with Canada. And I think that if Canada continues to resist it, then they're going to get absolutely economically devastated more than they already are. Like it's going to take them 50 years to recover from what's going to happen. It's going to be insane. Like they're still recovering from the past fucking 70 years, something like that. They're still recovering. Like it is absolutely insane. The position that Canadians are in economically, it's ridiculous. But yeah, did you see the Panama president's speech? No. What did he say? Tariffs are passed on to the people in the country. We, the consumers of America, will have to pay it. Yeah, that's a big talking point. I've been seeing a lot of people say. I think that, yeah, if they're like held in place, people are going to start feeling those tariffs for sure. But I think that one side is going to feel a lot more pain than the other, and I think that's the game. And Trump's just saying, "Fuck it, we'll persevere because we're the gold pot, and they're not." So we have he's just using leverage. I've never heard of these type of ways of navigating global politics before. It's all new to me. Never thought of it before. It's complete unknown. It could totally fucking blow up in our face. But I believe that Trump is going to stick to his guns here, and we are going to fucking find out if that shit's gonna work or not. We're gonna find out. Yeah, that's I don't know. It's that's my opinion. Like I don't know. I'm just waiting and watching at this point to see. You know, it's interesting. He's a straight boss. Movie Man, stop the cap. Where's Movie Man? What's up? Who's Movie Man? I'm out of the loop. Missed it. I'm just gonna keep reading more chat. $2 super chat from Marco says it happens all the time. What are you talking about? Well, what happens all the time? Like if there's something that I'm talking about that, like, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to say so. I'm going to be like, I'm just guessing. Like, I have no fucking clue about the tariff stuff. You know? I just think it's interesting, and I'm watching and waiting to see what's going to happen. Energetic Comedy, thanks for follow, homie. There we go. Oh, tariffs. Yeah, I know tariffs are done all the time, but not like this. This is using the economic weight of the U.S. government to strong arm our neighbors. This is like interesting. I don't know. I hope that all works out good for America. I don't give a fuck if Canada gets fucked over and America is better for it, then fuck Canada. That's what I say. Sorry, Canadians, but I mean, us first, bro. You fucking look after your own selves. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just kind of think of it that way. Us first. If it's true that Canada is like just literally fucking being subsidized by America, then let's fucking make that shit more fair. Canada, you know what I mean? Let's figure that shit out. So what if Canada does become the 51st state of America? Would that make Alaska part of the continental America? And anyways, we could already have a 51st state with Guam and the other U.S. territories. Yeah, we have like Guam, Puerto Rico. That's interesting. I don't think Canada is going to become the 51st state because I think that it would need to be democratic. People would need to vote on this, and I think Canadians are going to vote no on that. I think Canadians would rather have hardship than become Americans. They fucking hate us. They fucking hate us, dude. And I understand. If I was a Canadian, I would totally fucking not like Americans do, or America. But they just in general don't like Americans. They fucking hate us, dude. And they're not shy about it either. They fucking straight up hate us. So whatever. I'm Canadian, and although I admit I'm worried about the tariffs, at least Trump isn't any part of the Biden admin. Yeah, dude. Hey, we got a Canadian in the chat. We got a Canadian. Yeah. At least he's not Biden. The way I'm looking at the tariffs is the way he's wording it. Basically, we are the pot that they have to pay into. There are multiple different types of tariffs. I question if tariffs work the way people think they do. How is it going to crush the Canadian economy? That part just doesn't make sense. I think that I don't have a full understanding of this. So this is just based off of what I've been able to gather, right? So from what I understand, Canada is very dependent on the US economy. Oh shit. My computer just shut down, dude. Yeah, the fucking dog hit my computer. I saved it. We're good. But the dog hit the fucking computer. Bro, I just lost all my chats. Hold on. Hold on a sec, dudes. Hold on. All right, my bad. Hold up. We good. There we go. All right. Stupid dog, dude. Stupid dog. Made me look bad. Damn dog rant, dude. Man. Huh? Yeah, the dog needs to stay the fuck away from my computer. That's what needs to happen. That's crazy, dude. Okay, we saved it. We good. We saved it. Chat is back. I don't hate Americans at all and do lots of business with Americans. There's plenty of Canadians that are totally fine. I think it's most Canadians are just fine, but there's the Canadians that hate Americans are so fucking loud and obnoxious about it. They hate Americans. And it's whatever. Fuck them. That's what I say. Americans are the main character. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh. Bro. USA is all right. It's just the way the systems both work is different. We hate the system. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's straight up facts. There's a lot of Canadians that hate Americans. Like just the whole fucking world hates Americans, bro. We're so used to it. Vlad, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says love you, Pookie. Much love back, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If Trump is live, I am live. Make sure you guys subscribe and all that, this, that, and the other. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Taskbar settings. Hold on. I have some crazy shit going on. I gotta... there we go. All right. There we go. Fixed it. My bad, dudes. Their hate fuels my love for America even more. You know what? America #1. Tariffs don't benefit anyone. Trump is trying to remove the income tax so he can help his rich buddies become richer. I think that tariffs are a tool and they can be used to help things. I'm very interested in this strategy. This is I've never seen it used like this before or heard about it. So we'll see. We'll see, dude. To be honest, everyone is a tariffs expert all of a sudden. Nobody, I feel like I'm the most honest fucking person here because I'm saying, I don't fucking know how it works. I have to wait and see. And everyone else seems to be a fucking expert. Right? Everyone seems to, damn, dude, you guys must have went to tariff school or something, bro. God damn. I'm just now learning about this stuff now. You guys seem to have known this shit for years. You guys are tariff experts. You know everything about it. It's just funny to me. I feel like I'm just the most honest person here saying I don't fucking know because I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't fucking know either, and we have to wait and see what happens. That's probably there may be someone in here that is a tariff fucking expert. There's gonna be someone out of the fucking 1,000 people watching. There's gonna be someone that's a tariff expert. Someone's in here that knows this shit, but it's not the person saying anything in the chat. They're probably just watching, right? And they're so smart, they're not even going to bother. That's like, seriously, if we think of it that way, it's called economics. Yeah, I know. Like, everyone is a tariff economic expert now. All of a sudden, like, everyone just seems to know. And I think that, let's say this. Here's what I think. I think a lot of people that think that the tariffs are going to be absolutely horrible and devastating to America, that's not going to happen, and they'll never admit that they were wrong about it. That's what I think is going to happen. I think if everything actually works out, I don't know. I don't fucking know what's going to happen. I hope it works out. I hope the tariffs work, right? There's a strategy they are trying to do. I understand their strategy. I understand what they're saying. Will it work the way they're saying? I don't fucking know. But I mean, if they do work, if this works and we get what we want, and like all the deals Trump wants and it all works, and then now we have better deals with these countries, if that actually works, everyone's saying that the tariffs would destroy us will never admit it. They'll never admit it. Bro, please shut up. Dude, I'm streaming. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm literally streaming right now. What? What do you mean shut up? I'm live on my own Twitch stream. What the fuck, dude? You shut up, dude. Fucking dummy.
Some of them are the pesticides and the different.
Anyway. Yeah, for real, bro. Shut up. Canada depends on us way more than we depend on Canada. That is very, very obviously true. That is very obviously true. We absolutely dwarf their economy. Like, I think we have just like individual states that have larger economies than Canada. So we absolutely dwarf them. So we have all the leverage. Yes. Bro, I like your stuff, but watch which side you side with. Whatever side makes the most fucking sense, and the left has not made any fucking sense for a minute now. Okay? Like, there's a lot of lefty ideas that I have, like, I am pro-abortion. I believe in climate change. I think that fucking college is a big scam. We should just, like, have information be free. Like, we have the internet and computers and shit. We could just make all these colleges free and let people get free degrees by studying and passing real tests that are proven. I don't know. Stuff like that, right? But I also believe in, like, making money, right? I believe in capitalism, right? I think woke shit is annoying. It's like I there's tolerance. I'm all about tolerance and stuff like that, but, like, we don't have to fucking like everything. You don't have to like it. Yeah, libertarian. I guess I'm kind of libertarian, yeah. But I'm righty, but I guess when I took, like, a political thing, it made me like more libertarian. And I'm very live and let live person. I don't give a fuck about, you know, like, everyone has their own sacred life. They could live it how they want. They could see the world how they want. I don't give a fuck. You know, it doesn't bother me if someone thinks differently than me. What I care about is someone's an asshole about it. If someone's an asshole about, like, oh, you're a fucking righty, you must be a Nazi, right? And then I'm just like, okay, that's so fucking annoying and obnoxious. I'm not even engaged that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It will benefit us in the long run as example energy. Yes, the Northeast gets energy from Canada, but by doing this, we can make that energy here domestic now. We'll have to see what happens, bro. Like, it's all, everyone is just guessing. Everyone is guessing, but they think they're right. And no one's going to be as honest as I am. I mean, I would hope that people will be. I think there's a lot of people that will be, but there's a lot of people that think they know exactly what the fuck they're talking about right now when it comes to how this stuff's going to go down. I don't think anybody truly knows. We just have to wait and see. And all the people that end up being wrong, whether it's for tariffs or against tariffs or whatever, they're not going to admit it. They ain't going to do it. Hey, Brittany, can you turn your speakers down? That was a big ego stroke. Well, I'm just looking at all these fucking experts in the chat that think they know how all this stuff works, and no one's going to admit that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, it's so easy to do that. It's just say, I don't know. We'll have to see. That's so honest. That's so easy to, that's such an easy, honest thing. It's not an ego thing. It's just easy to do for me. I could say, I don't fucking know. I mean, I honestly think saying I don't know is not an ego boost. Just saying that I'm honest about it and saying I don't fucking know what the right answer is I don't know. I'm just trying to like bring people to reality a little bit. Hey, brother, thank you so much for stopping by stream the other day. My kids thought it was awesome because they see your YouTube shorts all the time and they know who you were. Oh, what's up, man? Thank you very much. I need to reset my alerts, apparently. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Was I in your stream the other day? I stopped by like a lot of streams. I like to watch streams, so I'm always popping around watching different streams. So I don't exactly remember. Was it on Twitch or YouTube or what? Picking yourself by the bootstraps is impossible when you have no boots. Yeah, that's just a like self-pity. Like that's just an excuse to suck, bro. You need to stop thinking that way. Stop making excuses to suck, dude. Don't do that. Don't ever make excuses as to why you suck. Just figure out how to stop sucking. Work on it. It could take a long time. Commit to it, dude. Commit. I'm right. That's one thing I'm going to stand firm on, bro. I'm fucking right about that. Don't be a pussy. I want to try something. Okay, I'm not getting alerts yet. Alert box. Hold on. Give me a second, dudes. All right. Now we have alerts. Because my computer almost shut down. My dumb dog. All right, here we go. Alerts. $5 super chat from Sir Carnage says, if Trump enacted a law that saved puppies, these people would be against it. They have an irrational hatred of Trump. There's definitely a lot of people that are exactly like what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah, like seriously that. There's a lot of people that don't like Trump that if he made something positive like that, they would admit it too, though. So it's not there's not all lefties are like that, but there's a bunch of them that are, yeah. You know, totally. Like they don't care what it is. If it's Trump related, they hate it. And it's ridiculous. They can't, Trump can never have a W ever with some people. And that's, whatever. That's their fucking problem, dude. Yeah, brother, I was teaching my kids how to play PUBG on Twitch. This is Bad Wolf from TwitchCon 19. I just don't remember. I apologize. I was teaching my kids how to play PUBG. Oh, you know what? I think I remember. I was watching somebody. Yeah, and your kids are a little older. Your kids are a little older, right? Okay, I remember that stream. I remember stopping by your stream. Personally, I'm for tariffs if they can get rid of the federal income tax. If that shit actually works and they can use tariffs to get rid of federal income tax, that would be insane. Like if that actually works, I would be totally in support of that. But it has to work. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, you know? But if it works, yeah. Watch the movie One Day Without Mexicans. I think I've heard of that movie. I should watch that. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'll check it out. Same goes for Trump supporters. You can do no wrong. It depends. Yeah, but you're not fucking wrong, dude. Like there are, as somebody who likes Trump, as a righty, there are retarded righties that just fucking worship everything Trump says and they don't fucking question anything, right? You can support Trump and also be like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Well, that was bullshit, but yeah, fuck yeah. I think you're bullshitting again. And that's just what Trump does. He's a bullshitter, bro. So I could like support Trump and understand that he's a bullshitter, but there are righties that are so fucking retarded and they will just be like, anything Trump says is like Jesus spoke, and it's stupid, right? So I mean, and if there's any righties that are getting offended by that, that's because you're ridiculous. The righties that aren't getting offended by that, that's because you're fucking rational and a normal goddamn person, right? So it's because you know it's true. There's righties that they're way too far, bro. They're way too far. Lefties, same thing. Like they're the same. A lot of the times, these extreme lefties and extreme righties are like the same fucking people. If you just take a step back from the outside, they're like, both of you guys are insane, right? And then there's like more normal lefties and normal righties, and these people all get along. They don't give a fuck, right? These are like lefties and righties that get along, and then there's these like lefties and righties. They're at war, and they're literally insane. You know. Three rights go left. American is asking us to continue the war. Yeah, see, that's one thing that I want to advocate for. So if I can have any type of influence or anything like that, it is just having one thing for people to consider, and that is that as a righty, I will say there's insano fucking righties and there's insano fucking lefties, and then there's everyone else in between, which is the majority of us, and we're fucking normal. We just see the world differently than each other. Tensions are hot right now, right? It's understandable, but we still get along. Like I just want to I want to show people that the majority of people aren't insane online being angry all the time. Most people are just normal, whether they're lefty or righty. And everyone means well. Everyone means well. We're all Americans. Just about everyone in the world means well. Like most people are generally good, and this is true regardless of their worldview. That's the facts, right? So. If I could do one thing, it's show lefties hey, there's righties that aren't fucking insane. Like all those insane fucking righties, they don't represent us. I think I'm a better representation of just normal fucking righties that aren't so extreme and the libs are the enemy. It's just ridiculous. It's too far. There's plenty of us that literally are so much more normal and grounded and are rational and reasonable and easier to talk to, and fair, and can feel that, understand that the other, one thing that I want to get righties to consider is bro, the other side fucking lost. I see it. I saw a bunch of people in the chat earlier. They're you fucking libs, vote harder next time. Right. And it's bro, that shit ain't helping, dude. You can gloat. I get it. It feels good. You won, blah, blah, blah. It was a big fight, but, it stings. Imagine if it was the other way around, bro. Imagine having Kamala right now. That would sting so bad, And imagine them gloating vote harder, and we have Kamala, right? It would be so annoying. So just think about it that way. We could be we could be competitive, especially when it matters to voting. It's important to be competitive. We're trying to win something, right? But the fight is over. The election happened, and people voted on who they wanted to be the president, and it's President Donald Trump. So I don't see any point in just because people don't want to stop the war. It's it reminds me of Patton with World War II. After World War II ended, Patton was sad. He wanted to fight the Russians next, bro. He was he wasn't ready to stop going to war. He wanted to keep fighting. And I think there's a lot of people that the election is over and they still want to fight, dude. It's bro, it's over. We won. The war is over, or we lost, whatever side you're on. It's over. Trump's the president. He's right here signing shit. Fucking 10,000 Mexican troops at the border because he's putting 25% tariffs on Mexico. This is real. It's happening. Going to be majority dead cartel as far as casualties. You know what? That's another thing I'm really curious about. What's going to happen with this cartel shit? The cartel are designated as terrorists now? The terrorist organization? Bro, I'm super curious about what's going to happen with fucking the cartel. Are we going to go into Mexico and operate and take these fuckers out? That's insane. And I'm all about it, dude. I was in the Marines, right? I'm just thinking bro, imagine if they sent the Marines to go fuck up the cartel. The cartel think they're violent. The cartel think they're violent. Wait until the Marines come in and they say, kill them all. It'll be absolute, if that's not going to happen, but just imagine. Okay. Just imagine. All right. If you just send a bunch of fucking hungry, annoyed Marines that want to go just kill everything. Literally, bro. Okay, when I was in the Marines, I joined in 2006. We were still in the Iraq War. I went to, I was in OEF2, I think it was called, Operation Enduring Freedom. I was in Iraq in 2007. So whatever operation that was. I forgot. I keep forgetting the fucking names. And I think they changed it while I was there. I don't know. Anyways, so when we were actively in war when I went to boot camp, and they were showing us fucking videos of like the invasion of Fallujah. Marines like kicking down doors, blowing shit up, running shit over with tanks and stuff. It was fucking crazy, right? And and what's ironic is they would pair like Tool with it. Tool's a fantastic metal band, but it's very anti-war music. And but that anti-war music sure does go fucking good with some war footage, bro. I gotta say, and it hyped us up. We wanted to go to Iraq and kill everything. I was so brainwashed. I was so fucking brainwashed. And when I was in Iraq and I'm sitting behind my 50 cal machine gun, bro, I got this Ma Deuce and I got like fucking hundreds of rounds of ammo sitting here. I've got fucking explosives. I got all kinds of stuff. And you know, and we have 3 other vehicles that are armed. And everyone has their own personal weapons as well. And I'm just waiting for somebody to fucking shoot at us. Right? But it never happened. No one ever did it. So, and I'm so glad I didn't fucking kill anybody. Oh my God. But I will admit, like when I was 19 years old in Iraq and brainwashed like a motherfucker, I wanted to kill bad guys really badly, dude. And so my point is that the military can easily just do that to their recruits at any time they want and make them bloodthirsty fucking monsters. And we could send them to the cartel, and the cartel think they know what violence is. They have no fucking clue what violence is. Like they have no understanding of just absolute wiping everything out. That's the it's so the whole this going after the cartel, that gives me a fucking war boner that I haven't had since I was a kid. All right. I'm not like, I don't want to go to any fucking wars. I don't want us to go any more wars, bro. But going to war with the cartel, that, bro, we got the equipment. We spent the money. We already spent the money. We already have all the stuff. We should go fucking use it, dude. Let's go use it on the cartel. That's an easy no-brainer. Let's go fuck those guys up. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What's your favorite crayon color? Yellow. Don't give a shit if largest country don't make nothing for climate change while you're going to try to monopolize AI with money Europe gave to America for guns to make war with Russia. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Doesn't matter to me. I got a big dick and I'm swinging it around, bro. America. That's just the way I see it. You couldn't join. Oh, yeah. If you can't, it feels bad. People. Oh, you couldn't join because you have ADHD? Bro, just don't fucking say anything. When they ask you, hey, do you have ADD? Say no. Then you could join. Cartel needs to be wiped. Hell yeah, they do. Swing it around. Yeah. Get off your phone and listen to your commander. You know, that's actually crazy. When I was in the Marines, there was no like iPhones were just barely coming out. When I got out of the Marines, I had an iPhone 3G. And then I got an iPhone 4 right after I got out. So that's like the having smartphones was basically the last year I was in. There was some people that had them, but it was like the officers and shit because they can afford it. Us broke ass regular enlisted Marines couldn't afford that shit. Complete a sentence without swearing. I just did. The governor told me to do this. I cannot expose my identity. What? You're gonna cry when America gonna be fucked from all angles. Hey man, you know what? Here's what I say, dude from Italy. Keep jerking off and thinking and fantasizing about it, bro. Keep edging. But yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, America is just so we have so much more economic power over basically the entire fucking world. It is crazy. So I don't see it happening. I don't see us I think that America is going to be around 1,000 years from now. That's what I think. Yeah, but you keep jerking off imagining America falling. By all means, bro. America ain't failing, bro. We're too good. We're too good, bro. We're too good. All right, I want to see. Do we have, is there anything going on? No, nothing. Trump is not talking or anything. Let me see if there's anything new going on. Let me see what's up. I do have some stuff I want to talk about. I'm going to do some docket stuff. Here we go. All right. That was fun, but I have some things I want to talk about. One of them is the Marines going to Guantanamo Bay. Let me do a stream marker. Here we go. Let's talk about some stuff. I got to do some videos. So here we go. Say hi, YouTube. So you guys can be in the video. Actually, if you want to be in the video, you have to be in Twitch. So down here, as you can see, it's only the Twitch chat. I will fix it so YouTube is here eventually. But for right now, you have to come over to Twitch if you want to be in the video. But we are going to do a video right now. Here we go. All right. U.S. Marines at Guantanamo Bay for migrant detention. This is crazy. Dude, the Marines are at the service of the President of the United States. So the President can just tell the Marines to go operate anywhere, and he doesn't have to go through Congress to move the Marines around, which is really interesting. And now he's going to put them at Guantanamo Bay, where they're going to be housing illegal aliens. The worst of the worst, from what I understand. If it's just somebody who's here illegally and they're not like some crazy criminal, like gang member thing or whatever, anything like that, then they're just going to get deported. But if they're like crazy, dangerous criminals, they're going to Guantanamo Bay. And I think this is a good thing because like criminals are going to be like, fuck, dude, if we come to America and we get caught, we're going to be extra fucked. Because before we would just send them back or put them in jail or whatever, and they're fine. It's almost like no consequence. But now they're going to go to this place, which I think is a good thing. Now, here, I haven't seen this video yet, but there's a video of this woman wearing a cowboy hat. She's Secretary Kristi Noem. I've never heard of this person before. She's somebody that Trump picked, but I just thought that this was so interesting looking. There's so many thoughts that were running through my mind when I saw this. My first thought is, holy shit, is Trump's team really good at marketing? Because they got this like prettied up girl with her cowboy hat on, an American flag in the background. Bro, she knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing, bro. This is this is marketing. This is fantastic marketing. Let's hear what she has to say. I have no idea what she says. I have not seen this yet, so we're going in blind. But this is in regards to Guantanamo Bay.
Yes, due process will be followed, and having facilities at Guantanamo Bay will be an asset to us, and the fact that we'll have the capacity to continue to do there what we've always done. We've always had a presence of illegal immigrants there that have been detained. We're just building out some capacity. So we appreciate the partnership of the DOD in getting that up to the level that it needs to get to in order to facilitate this repatriation of people back to their countries. So remember that Guantanamo Bay clearly by this president has said that it will hold the worst of the worst, that we are going after those bad actors. This last week I was in New York City. We were going after people that had warrants out for their arrest on murders and rapes, assaults, gun purchases, drug trafficking. In fact, we had a member of TDA that was one of the ringleaders that we picked up that week had been trying to buy grenades. These are the types of individuals that we are targeting. We're removing from communities and that could end up having a stay at Guantanamo Bay before they are returned home to their countries.
Look how glammed up she is. Secretary of Homeland Security. What? Okay. Look, this woman is wearing a cowboy hat. She got the American flag behind her, and she is glammed up. Dude, she is the Secretary of Homeland Security. This is crazy. I don't know who she is, so like I'm not sure what her credentials are before being that, but I don't know. I just think that the branding here, this is like marketing. Marketing has entered politics. That's the thing. I just can't stop thinking about the marketing. It's crazy. This is, I'm all about it. Send those fuckers to Guantanamo Bay, dude. Get them, send them over there. Don't just deport the fucking dangerous ones. Deport the ones that are like not like breaking any laws other than being here illegally. Those guys, they get caught up by whatever, then yeah, deport them. But the criminals, send those motherfuckers to Guantanamo Bay and send a message. Don't fucking come here and start like join gangs and shit, bro. Like that, like we'll see, straight to Guantanamo Bay. Fuck yeah, I'm all about that. And like I think that a combination of that, the presence at the border, because I think that illegal crossings have like plummeted. So I think that yeah, they essentially stopped. The illegal crossings have virtually stopped, and that's the presence at the border from our side. Now a presence at the border from Mexico side that which they were pressured into doing because of tariffs, which is crazy to see that working. I just did not know what to expect with the results of the tariff thing, and I still don't. Like, it's still early. We have no, like, we don't know. It's crazy stuff, man. This tariff's blowing my mind. But on top of all of this, I think we need to, like, Guantanamo Bay, presence at the border, and we need to go in and go fuck up the cartel. We need to go in and go fuck up the cartel. Like, we got to. I'm an advocate. I got a war boner for going in and fucking up the cartel. Not a war guy. I've been to war. I don't want America getting in any other crazy wars. But the cartel, I think we need to go show them what's up. We need to let them know what violence is. I'm in support of that. Fuck them, dude. Death penalty for crimes against children and women. Yeah. Like if it's, the type of crimes that I think we're talking about, right? Fuck yeah. No, I'm about it. Yeah. Especially with children, Yeah, it's like, it's an extra level of evil when it's a child. And yeah, fuck them. Like I literally don't have any, I'm not a saint, dude. I'm not a role model. I'm a normal, like, angry person. That's what I am. Try to not be angry, but I'm a normal angry person. And I see, like, I don't know, I hear stuff like that. Like, yeah, F them, dude. What about the New Deal Trump did where even if you were born in the United States, but your parents are illegal, you're considered not a U.S. citizen, even though America has a deal. If you're born in America, you're a U.S. citizen. I think that changing that is probably a good thing. I think that because it's being abused, it's straight up being abused, right? So what happens when you abuse something? It gets nerfed. So yeah, I think that needs to change. I don't want to devalue being a birthright citizen of the United States, right? Because it's like the best passport in the world to have. But yeah, it's being abused, and since it's being abused, it needs to be nerfed. It's facts, bro. Can we send links in chat? You could try. I don't think it's working. I might have links disabled. They use your hate just for petty war when there's more than one option. What hate would that be? What's the hatred that you're talking about? Where did I show this? All right, if people just say stupid shit like that. See, this is why people don't listen to you. When you do that, and when you talk to people like that, this is why people take you less seriously, and you lose any you lose any leverage you have. This is something the left needs to, like, this is baggage they need to dump. The left needs to stop calling everything racist. They need to stop calling everything hateful, right? Misogynistic. They need to stop overusing all the isms. It's taking away from the proper uses of those. There are proper uses of those isms, and like when they're overused, it just devalues when they really do need to be used. And it needs to stop. And I think that one thing that the left can do to become more competitive with the right is to drop that baggage and stop calling everything fucking racist all the time. Because no one's going to listen to you if you keep doing that. It's just, and it's true. I'm right. I'm right. That is one thing I'm standing firm on. I am right. If you keep calling everything racist, then when something actually is racist, it's going to get overlooked. Because it's mixed in with a bunch of bullshit that people isn't listening to anymore. And the left will just be so much more competitive if they stop doing that shit and use those isms when they're more appropriate, not as a weapon to just win arguments. It's fucking lame, and people aren't putting up with it anymore, and it doesn't work. Divide the people. That's why it's left and right. Yeah, I'm all about, like, just Like, that's why when I talk to people on the left, I'm just going to tell them, like, well, there's things that I agree with and things I don't agree with. And one of them I disagree with is just calling everything racist, because it literally hurts their own side. It doesn't actually have the effect they want. It's like as if they're shooting a gun, but the bullet is going backwards towards them instead, right? Like they're trying to shoot someone else, but it hurts them. And I think that they could be way more competitive if they stop doing that shit. All right, what's next on the doc? I have another thing to talk about. Oh my God, here we go. Let's do another stream marker. Donald Trump tweets, this morning I ordered precision military airstrikes on the senior ISIS attack planner and other terrorists he recruited and led in Somalia. These killers, who we fought hiding in caves, threaten the United States and our allies. The strikes destroyed the caves they live in and killed many terrorists without in any way harming civilians. Our military has targeted this ISIS attack planner for years, but Biden and his cronies wouldn't act quickly enough to get the job done. I did. The message to ISIS and all others who would attack Americans is that we will find you and we will kill you. That is crazy. I love this quote. This is my favorite part. We will find you and we will kill you. And he's not fucking around. I don't have this in my docket, but Trump did totally tweet out a video of, where is it? Oh man, did he get rid of it? He must have got rid of it. He tweeted, where did it go? Hold on, Trump, ISIS. Here it is. This was the airstrikes. Here we go. So he untweeted it, I guess. But there's a video of them blowing up the caves. So and he's like, here it is. They done for. Wow. Yep. We will find you and we will kill you. Bro, we need to go take on the cartel, dude. Seriously. Was that all one sentence? No, I think he's been running his tweets through somebody these days. I'm not, maybe not all the time, but I think that there's people helping him out. Trump is using the Liam Neeson saying, yeah, yep, he is. Yeah, that's right. That's straight up. We will find you and we will kill you. I will find you and I will kill you. Right? That's from the movie Taken. Yep, there it is. I thought Trump tweeted that out. Did he get rid of it? See, real Donald Trump. Oh, here it is. He pinned it. It's right at the top. Okay. Yeah, so he pinned this. Trump tweeted blowing them up. That's crazy. Bro, this is our president. We're going to get 4 more years of this. It's only been a couple of weeks. We're going to get 4 more years of this. This is going to be an insane, section of my streaming career. That's for sure. If Trump is live, I'm going to be live. This is crazy, dude. Oh, man. So much going on. All right, Trump's tweet about Mexico. Here we go. Now we're going to do the next video. So the Mexico tariff thing didn't last very long. And it seems, based off of what Trump is saying, others are saying that things are a little bit different in reality. But according to Trump, this is his statement about what happened. So let's read it. Here we go. I just spoke with President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico. It was a very friendly conversation wherein she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border separating Mexico and the United States. Crazy if true. Trump can be a bullshitter. I love me some Trump, but hey, let's be honest. The motherfucker is a bullshitter. All right? And a good one. He's a good bullshitter. We want him to be a good bullshitter. That's how he's gotten this far. That's his strategy, and it's been working for him. He got elected twice. These soldiers will be specifically designated to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal migrants into our country. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for a 1-month period, during which we will have negotiations headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent, and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and high-level representatives of Mexico. I look forward to participating in those negotiations with President Sheinbaum as we attempt to achieve a deal between our two countries. So basically, I think that the tariffs are getting, like, the result that we wanted was to secure the border. And now it's secure the border or 25% tariffs. Which one's cheaper? Sending 10,000 troops to the border is going to be cheaper than 25% tariffs on the country. I think that Mexico just made a fucking business call, and Trump is right. I think he's playing this very like mafioso business strategy with the way which we've never seen before in politics. At least I've never heard of it. I think that this is very unprecedented strategy of doing this type of stuff, and it seems to be working. In 1 hour, Colombia caved after there was a 25% tariffs that were going to be doubled to 50% if they didn't take the illegals that they're sending to Colombia. And within first, the leader of, I think it's the president of Colombia, had a meltdown on Twitter. This is real. You can see what he had to say. It is absolutely like, it's like as if I'm not breaking up. You're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you. It was crazy. Then the government officially came in and said, we'll take them. And then the tariffs went away. But they can still come back at any time. So Colombia is like on notice, and it's working. So they're instead of having economic ruin, they chose to just take the illegals. Instead of having economic ruin, they decided to just eat the cost and send the troops to the border. This is what's happening. Now, Canada, on the other hand, they are standing firm and they're imposing tariffs back, which somebody made a really interesting point in the chat earlier. His name was Jesus. And he said, why is it that when Donald Trump imposes tariffs on Canada, it is absolutely horrible and devastating and it's going to destroy the United States? But when Canada puts the same exact tariffs on America, it's amazing. Right? I think that that's a really interesting point, and it really draws attention to the fact that a lot of people are looking at this emotionally because they're not looking at it from the leverage perspective. And I think that if you're anti-Trump, it's going to sound horrible if Trump does tariffs, but if Trump gets tariffed, then you support it because now the guy you don't like has a challenge, right? It's something like it says being challenged. So it's just kind of silly. Just saying. Canada has leverage, not as much as we do, but they do. They have their own leverage and they're going to try and use it. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it, but penciling it out, looking at the numbers. Yeah, it is a David versus the Goliath, type of situation. We are just astronomically more economically powerful than they are, and the dependency on Canada is like 1% of our GDP versus 80% of theirs. It is just a complete one-sided thing, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I don't know. Canada, like, what are the demands from Canada? What do they have to do? What do they have to do in order for the 25% tariffs to go away? When I look at it, I'm thinking, okay, what costs less money? Because they're already like at the brink of absolute economic collapse. Since they're on the brink of ruin, what they need to do is make choices based off of what is cheaper. Is it cheaper to give Trump what he wants, or is it cheaper to fight back and tariff the United States back? It all boils down to money for me when I think about these things. I just think, what is the cheaper option? That's probably the option Canada should go with. If tariffing us is cheaper, which I don't think it is, I think that's the more expensive option, then, good. But I just don't think that's it. I think them responding with counter tariffs is the more expensive option than giving into President Trump's demands. And that's just my way of seeing that currently. My opinion can change as I learn more about this. I'm not an expert, but I am learning as much as I can about this, and I'm eagerly awaiting the results. That's where a lot of the data is going to come, is what do these countries end up doing when they're pressured? We have to see. And it's basic deal-making mechanics that are going on here, and we haven't seen them done this way with politics before. At least I haven't. I keep saying that. Yeah, crazy stuff. Greenland is a separate country. Yeah, they're like part of Denmark or something, right? All right, this guy over here on Twitch, he's got to go. Who's this? There we go. Did I do that right? I think I did it right. Ah, here we go. Okay, cool. I got rid of that. There we go. Perfect. Canada will hurt itself more probably, but we have to wait and see. Yeah, it's like the only thing we can do right now is guess. In all truthfulness, I think Trump wants them to act on the fentanyl and immigration issue and not send it back here. I think that it's something else. Okay, so I think that Trump has gotten a lot better at politics this time around, and the way that he is getting a lot of these issues to move forward with his plans is by coding them with stuff. So like he's saying we need to stop the fentanyl and the immigration from Canada, but I think that the real reasons and motivations behind what Trump is doing is money related. I think that it's more deals, but people don't think about things that way. They think about things that matter to them. And so Trump labels it about fentanyl and border crossings, when in reality, it's more about the trade deals that we have. This is just my guess. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about this, and I think that there's a more important reason to Trump why he's doing these things, but to make it easier for everyone to consume, he just says it's about fent and fucking illegals. I think there's a larger issue, or that it matters to him. And that's just me trying my best to digest this. You know, I don't know. I really don't. So I'm just, if I'm thinking about it, it makes sense to me if there's a bigger agenda as to why these things are happening, these tariffs and stuff. And I think it's economic deals. There could be more to it beyond that, but not sure. Nook Fuentes knows what we need. That's the Nazi guy, right? That's a Nazi guy. That's like a dude that, like, the more Nazi he is, the more money he makes or something, right? That's basically how I see those types of guys. Like, I'm a righty, but there's so many righty, like, influencers or whatever they're called that are so cringe to me, because the more extreme they are, the richer they get, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of money into being, like, trying to be rational and keeping everyone calm. There's so much more money in scaring the shit out of everybody. That makes so much more money as a content creator, right? So my approach to all this stuff is to just kind of come at it more calmly and wait and see what's going to happen, and not pretend like I know fucking everything that's going to happen. I literally have no clue if the tariffs are going to work or not. I want them to work, but I don't know if they are. It seems like they've worked so far. We've moved a few things around and got what we wanted, a little bit, but it's not enough to know. We still have to see more. Like, I would have to see more results from tariffs to truly know if these things are going to work to our benefit or not. We got trees. We do got a lot of trees. There's also an issue with countries in the UN and NATO not pulling their weight to fit the budget. You know, I believe Trump when he says that type of stuff, when he's talking about them. I haven't, like, I don't know how I can go verify it. I'd love to verify it, but it seems like that's probably true. That we're spending we're unfairly having to spend way more money than everyone else in NATO. And, like, what the fuck's up with that? Just because it's like they're counting our wallet and they want us to pay more since we make more, right? And that's like classic. Oh, you make more, you should pay more. I mean, that's what this sounds like to me. Yeah, that's unfair as fuck. Fuck that, dude. Why are we paying more just because we're a bigger, better country? We have to pay more for something that we're all contributing to? What the fuck's up with that? Gay people in the chat? I bet there's a bunch of gay people in the chat. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Groceries are also getting more expensive lately. More and more. Yeah, they've been getting, like, insane expensive, like, the past 4 years. It is actually crazy how expensive they've gotten. Only people with bravery to fight for what our forefathers wanted should be here. only people with bravery to fight for what our for have you like I don't know, did you ever join the military or anything like that? Like, what about you? Because if you didn't, then that means you're out of here, right? I joined the Marines. I went to Iraq and shit, so I guess I'm good. If you didn't, I guess you're not good, right? According to your logic, right? Like, no, people can be here if they didn't fucking serve or fight or whatever, bro. The fuck, right? And what if there's like, see, the problem with that logic too is that like, okay, but like, okay, when I went to Iraq, I didn't fight for American freedom in Iraq. We were like, I was the invader, bro. The people that we were fucking fighting were the people fighting for freedom. Like, just think about it, right? Like, we invaded Iraq. The people like that are fighting us in Iraq are like, they were born there, dude. They're fighting. You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Like, even my whole era of military, like, we didn't like fight for freedom. We invaded the fuck out of Iraq, dude. That's that's what happened. I mean, just real talk. I'm a righty, right? I'm a righty. But I can be honest. Yeah, dude, I didn't fight for freedom, bro. The motherfuckers we were fucking with were fighting for freedom. The sorry sons of bitches, bro. Yeah, imagine your shit being invaded and you like, and then some invader has like checkpoints and stuff that you have to follow the rules with in your own country. That would suck, bro. So I just think about it from the other foot or the other, whatever, the other perspective, right? From the perspective of the other person. And yeah, it probably totally sucked having this big government come in and like completely occupy your country. Yeah, fuck that. Like, I would not want to deal with that personally. I feel bad that they had to deal with it. That sucks, dude. You don't need to be a soldier to fight. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of literally like the fighting part means. Yeah, that's the fighting part. Yeah, like fighting. Yeah, that's like, it's literally in the word. Yeah, if you're not fighting, then you're not fighting. If you, then you're support. You know, that's not fighting though. That's supporting a fight. So is the Taliban good people fighting for freedom? I think that the Taliban has been terrorizing their own fucking people for decades. That's what I fucking think. Yeah, like, are they fighting for freedom? Yeah, and while simultaneously fucking terrorizing their people. Yes, yeah, like both can be true. Duh. He gave people new perspective on them. Let's see, who are we talking to? You ever watch Arab who traveled to live with the Taliban for a week? I have not seen that. The military has nothing to do with our freedom. That is or this guy is dumb. This guy's stupid. What are you talking about? How did it happen then? Bro, like this guy, some people are so stupid. I can't respond to him anymore. Both in fact can be true. Yeah. Taliban are fighting for freedom and they're fucking terrorists. Yeah. The fuck you mean our military has nothing to do with our freedom? Smooth brains. Yeah, I know. It's like, what do I say? At that point, I'm just gonna read it out loud, say that's stupid as fuck, and then stop reading anything that guy's saying. Like, that is so dumb. That's like it's comical because he genuinely believes it, right? Which is insane. Like, how do you? Man, I'm so glad I'm not that stupid. Like, just imagine being stupid, bro. Like, oh my god, I would hate to be stupid. So glad I'm not stupid. I'm like relieved, bro. I could be saying shit like that. You live in a country, you pay taxes on what you already on. You pay taxes for your so-called freedom. There's no freedom unless it's partying and drinking. I've been all over the world, right? And like we're allowed to do and say more things here than anywhere else. Do we have perfect freedom? No. Maybe like in the fucking 70s. I think the 70s was like the golden age of America for freedom. Ever since the 70s, every single year we lose more and more freedoms, and it's going to continue on for a long time. And the people that are born without certain freedoms, like there's people in America that are born today without freedoms that we had in the 70s, and they have no clue about what not even having those freedoms in the first place. And this is why a lot of Europeans don't understand the position they like. They're not allowed to say and do things. They'll get in trouble with their government, and they like support it. They don't realize that that's not good, right? They don't understand that concept because they've never had the freedom in the first place. Since they've never had it, they don't know what they're missing out on. That's why a lot of Europeans think that way, because they've never experienced it. But yeah, I've been all over the world, and like I've been to many countries, and no country comes close to having as much freedom as the United States. We have more freedom here. Like you go to like these European countries, like you will go to fucking jail if you say the wrong thing. Some people just don't really understand how things work. Some people are just really dumb. Yeah. The military did fight for our freedoms. Yeah. If someone's saying that our freedom has nothing to do with the military, like that is, I think they smoked like fentanyl or something. They're probably on that Chinese fent. That's why they're saying shit like that. That's what I think. They have so people saying that on that Chinese fent. We had free speech until Keir Starmer became prime minister. Daniel says that. What country are you from? I'm from Australia. We have many freedoms. We can own firearms, just not handguns without a license. Yeah, I've been to Australia too. You guys have less freedoms than us by far. The government will straight up tell you you're not allowed to play certain video games. That's, bro, you have way less freedoms than us. Like, you don't even understand how little freedoms you have compared to us. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to Australia. Isn't North Korea super strict and oppressive of its people? Oh yeah, big time. Just about everyone knows that one. Freedom to buy 26 kinds of bags of Lavore vapes, but 2 choices for presidents, 2 choices of oil. All the important choices are given, not chosen. Well, like, okay, how do you choose oil, bro? Like, go fucking get your own oil then. You know what I mean? Like, some things, there's only so many options, bro. What are you talking about? You don't get to choose your oil. What? Bro, there's that. Okay, this guy is dumb. I'm not reading anything else he has to say. You don't get to choose what oil you like. Bro, oil is oil, man. There's only so much of it. It's gonna run out someday. Drill, baby, drill. Yeah. Yeah. Just no point. If you guys say something retarded like that, I'm gonna stop reading what you're saying. Test. Oh, my headset just died. A new follower. Dude, we got a follow. Kevin, thanks for the follow, homie. Test. Here we go. Headset's back. I grew up in a dictatorship in Egypt as a foreign. Sad to see the same thing here starting. Bro, it is not even close. That is not even comparable. Dude, the non-fat oil. Yeah. I feel like the Democrats only point out what they don't like about Republicans, and Republicans point out anything that's bad, no matter what side. I think that both sides do a lot of the same exact shit to each other and then accuse each other of doing it. Both sides are hypocritical. It's like, it's so obvious. We see so much of it. Now I want to know about Egypt dictatorship. Yeah, it's not even close to America. Not even close. Both sides are stupid. That is true. Both sides are stupid. Both sides are stupid. As a righty, righties are fucking dumb as fuck, dude. Like, a lot of times. There's a lot of like normal people who are rational and reasonable and fair. Okay? And they can empathize with opposite people. There's plenty of those people both on the left and right. And then there's the people that don't have those attributes. And they suck. On both sides. Anyone that just can't fucking calm the fuck down and just like rationally talk about these things amongst people and everything, like the people where everything has to be a fucking fight, They're the problem. Fuck them. I don't care what side they're on, left or right. They're insane. Both sides are hypocritical as politics. Yep. And if we just admit that instead of saying my side is perfect and your side is all evil, right? It's so stupid when people do that. I don't care whether they're lefty or righty. It's just so annoying. It's like, bro, that's not true. Both sides have baggage, man. Do you think we'll ever be able to be unified? Yeah, I actually do. I think that that will totally happen within our lifetime. It's going to take a long time, though. Tariffs have been proven to work. Most other countries laugh at them until they are hot with a tariff and realize their economy can't withstand the taxes. Next to no federal income. Let's go. We'll see if it works. I think it's an interesting experiment. Let's give it a shot. See if it works. If it doesn't work, let's unfuck that shit and put it back the way it was. Why did you say my full user didn't? Because I just didn't. When America needs to be united, we can when it counts. That's true. I remember after 9/11, everyone had American flags flying like from their cars and shit when I was a kid. Like I'd never seen so many American flags. Everyone was like, "Fuck you, you don't fuck with America," you know. Everyone was, yeah. I've seen it happen, and I believe it'll happen again. I think it'll happen a couple times in our lifetime. You know, we'll get united and then not be united and then be united again. I think we'll see that happen in our lifetime. Yeah, it's going to bounce back and forth a bit. Vote for me for president? I'm too stupid. I can't be president. I don't have the temperament. I'll get mad and fucking abuse that shit or something, bro. I don't trust myself. I'm just being honest. I don't think I have the temperament, bro. I would like ban people. I'd be like, fuck you, get them out of the country. I don't know. I don't think I have the temperament. I don't think I can handle the power, dude. Adam Sandler and David Spade for president. There we go. That would be it. I would watch that movie. It's a Netflix film. They got to make it. We need another mid Adam Sandler Netflix movie. I'd love for us to pull out of NATO. We pay 85% of the defense budget. What if we like divided up the costs more fairly within NATO and still kept it around? Because it seems like it's a good thing that came from World War II. Maybe it's outdated. I'm not knowledgeable enough to say, but I would think that it's probably still good. And I think if we could just have a better arrangement with who's paying all the money, yeah, your band. I would just start deporting everybody. Like, I don't like you're deported, but I'm born here. I don't care. Deported anyways. Fucking idiot. I'm going to deport fucking some of these dummies in this chat. Where are they at? He's gone. Whatever. I forgot their names. Doesn't matter. Very forgettable individuals. Yeah, dude, don't make me the president. I would abuse the shit out of that, dude. NATO wants countries to be 5% defense spending. Yeah, if it's unfair, which it seems like it is, then I think that it should be made more fair. I think just pulling out entirely, if we can avoid pulling out entirely and just make the NATO costs more fair for everyone, then hell yeah, dude, let's do that. You know? Did you vote for Trump? I did not vote for Trump either time, but both times I wanted Trump to win. Hillary Clinton, fuck that. Joe Biden, fuck that. What's her name? Kamala, fuck that. Yeah, nah, dude, Trump is better than all of them. If there was a better option from the left, then, you know, then maybe I would want them to win. I don't know. But yeah, based off of the options, like, no, dude, Trump is way better than Hillary. That was a disaster avoided. Trump was better than Biden, not a disaster avoided. And Trump was way better than Kamala. Once again, disaster avoided. So, yeah, I that's the way I see it. Didn't vote, gang. Yeah, I didn't vote. But I'll tell you who I wanted to win. You know, I'm just I didn't vote because I'm lazy and I didn't fucking want to. That's it. I just focused on working instead, making YouTube videos and stuff. My man's too fat and lazy to vote. That's facts, bro. Straight up. I'll be the first to admit it. It's a fact that NATO countries could not even make 2% of at the time before the Russia invasion. Says a lot about them. Yeah, well, they suck at doing business in their countries. Like a lot of these countries just suck at succeeding economically because they have like worldviews that get in the way of their economy thriving. You know, just look at Canada. Like they regulated themselves to disaster. It's crazy. Meteor 2024. Let's go, dude. Meteor 2024, the Final Fantasy VII Meteor. If we can get companies, or if we can compromise costs for NATO, so we're not paying the majority of it, great. If not, we need to pull out. That's crazy. What does it cost? That's the other thing. What is the actual cost? Because the alliance seems super valuable. You know, I'm just thinking about the value of the alliance. So what is the cost? Is it something that we can continue to subsidize? I know that we can. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. I would have to see. You know, I want to know what the costs are. 70% or so in NATO is America. Sure, there's a percentage, but what is that 70% amount to in dollars, right? Because if it's like a few $billion or something, then fuck it, dude. Let them get like, dude, we spent like we're giving way more to Ukraine. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, what is the number? Yeah, because for me, it depends on that. Like, that's how I would make my decision with that issue. Is I would think about, okay, what is the cost? Kind of like this, right? Like, I have people that work for me for my YouTube channel, and they have like a cost. So the way I see them is like, I have one guy that works for me, and everything that he's doing pays for itself, right? But I have another guy that the things that he's doing, that is not paying for itself yet. So I'm subsidizing the cost of the second guy through the efforts of the first guy. The efforts of the first guy pays for him and the other guy. Eventually, the second guy will pay for himself through once we work up to that. You know, we can get there. But in the meantime, I'm just eating the cost because it's worth it. Because I have an end goal in sight, right? So that's, if I think about NATO and how we're spending money, what is that dollar amount comparatively with everything? If it's actually not that big of a number, the budget is 1.2 trillion and we pay 720 billion last I heard. See, that's a big substantial number. And that, what is that per year? Is that so that's another thing is how, so if we're paying 720 billion a year, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. We're basically paying for everyone else's military. Now here's the other thing. What is the threat that we face if we were to leave NATO? What's the threat of that? What disadvantage does that put us in? And we have to figure out what that is too. So sometimes you're stuck paying for something expensive that you can't get out of because of reasons, right? So that's the other thing too to consider. This is my first time seeing you live, by the way. I remember you posting about satire. What's your go-to beer? I love some dildo beer. All right, what's up, man? Let me allow that. There you go. Dildos is now an allowed word. In Twitch chat. Yeah, the dildo beer. That was like a pickle flavored beer. That was a long time ago. Satire, yeah. No, you're all good, bro. That was like Twitch automod stuff. NATO would fall apart. Yeah, and so what would that mean as far as aggressions from opponent countries like Russia? You know, so it's something to consider and think about. There's pros and cons, and you kind of measure it all out. So I will admit that I'm a little bit worried about pulling out of NATO because of what that could mean. Because Russia's already proven that they will like invade, right? They will straight up invade. They've invaded Ukraine twice. They've already done it. So that's my concern, right? I have a concern with that. But I don't know. It is expensive. $780 billion a year going to NATO from us is so much money. That's a lot. That's crazy. The peacekeeping ability, we have bases in other nations, mostly due to our actively being in NATO. Yeah. I just the big concern, I guess, is like if they could just pay more of the bill, bro. You know, I think that would fix so much if they could just pay what they owe on the bill, you know, instead of making us pay for them. Yeah. This is not peace. This is holding up the world on our shoulders. And when it falls, the world will change. Yeah, I don't know what the answers are. It's really hard to digest everything and be correct, you know? But, yeah, let's see here. I have a couple of these stories here. I'm probably just going to skip out on the gaming for today because there's not a whole lot unless there's more to talk about. Let me go on Twitter real quick, see what we've got else to talk about. A new follower. Hey, Abel. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Thanks for following on Twitch. By the way, you guys want to follow on Twitch? Bam. There's a link right there in the YouTube chat for you guys. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is out today. I never beat the first one. Joe Biden has signed with Hollywood talent agency CAA. What the fuck? Are they going to make Gran Torino 2? What the fuck? This is crazy. I'm just looking at some news. Breaking. Trump admin has asked congressional leaders to approve new transfers of roughly $1 billion worth of bombs and other military hardware to Israel. Oh, shit. Bro, I thought we wanted to fucking stop giving people bombs and money. Yeah, I think we covered everything today. There was one thing I wanted to cover, but it's really hard to. There's this story. It's the story of Kanye West's wife getting basically completely naked at fucking the Grammys or whatever it was called. That was dumb. Let's see. You know, there's... never mind. You know, I think I'm going to end the stream here for right now, guys. I may be back later for some gaming. But I'm going to get off and get some work done. Let's see. What time is it? 2 p.m. Yeah, it's time for me to get out of here. I've been live 2.5 hours. Not bad. We had 141,000 people show up to the YouTube stream. Just saying. And I want to say that one more time for the people who are upset with me because I existed and said what I think about some stuff that Trump's doing. 141,000 people showed up to the stream. So to really rub it in to the people who are mad that I'm sitting here saying whatever the fuck I want on my own shit, 141,000 people showed up. Here we go. I'll show it to you guys. There it is. Right there. Look at that big boy right there. 141,000 views. We peaked at 1,797 views at one moment. That's pretty good. So there we go. That's for the haters. Make you more mad. Stay mad. Nobody cares. All right. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. See you guys. Thank you very much. Much love, everybody. Definitely come on over to Twitch and follow on Twitch. I'll put a link in the chat one more time. I'm not a hater. Thank you for not being a hater. I appreciate you. Yeah. There's a lot of great people that are in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like, actually, most of you are fucking awesome. And it's really fun having this conversation with everybody. But there's some haters in there. I just want we can all join in together and be like, fuck those guys, dude. We had 140,000 people show up to this stream. That's amazing. We're all coming together, dude. There's a lot of us. I think I'm making sense to a lot of people. And I think also people appreciate when I say something and I say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I just like say, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is just what I'm thinking based off of what's in front of me. Because I'm a normal average person that's just trying to understand the world. Right? I just happen to be doing it live. So yeah, that's what I'm offering here. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to think. Unless someone's being really retarded in the chat. Like somebody said, the military isn't responsible for America's freedom or something like that. Isn't that stupid? Like the wars, like so something like that. Then I'm going to tell them, you're stupid. Stop doing that. That's when I'll tell someone what to do. Other than that, right? Like think whatever you want. I'm not here to tell nobody what to think. I'm just trying to figure shit out and understand it. You know, there's a lot of stuff I learned today from chat. I learned a lot of stuff from chat. So I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you very much. All right. I'm out of here. I'm stopping the stream. See you guys next time.